am unmuting my stream just now and saying hello to my own stream. I'm not late. Fuck you. We're beginning this shit. I'm gonna get going in Dark Souls. I have a lot of very difficult bosses to do, AJ. You motherfuckers left me with, I'm hoping, no new weapons. Havel's plus
I don't
3.
remember.
I'm about to find out if I lose. Oh no. Okay. Okay, you didn't screw me. The new weapon was only a bow, which I don't use bows, so that's fine. I remember I have a handful of difficult bosses to fight to do any progression at all, so I'm struggling. That's what I'm doing.
I am trying to make money as quick as I can.
Okay. What have I got here? Money, money.
I am back.
I have 3 of my 4 Cinders of a Lord. I just need... AJ, I just need you to get that one for me. The freaking Snow Ruins one.
Yeah. Well, AFK, by the way.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
don't say anything incriminating. Or do.
oh, I was about to dox myself
Go.
entirely.
I don't
One,
have
two,
my...
three.
I don't have my tracker up at all. I have no idea what will happen if I hit the tracker view for my scenes. I haven't even opened my pop tracker yet. Oh no. Oh no. Sub. Connect. Will it work? It worked. Okay. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh no. I muted my own audio. That was okay.
It's okay. Chat will hear out your side for my stuff.
That's all that matters.
If you want the unedited full sneeze compilation, watch the Skyflourish. I guess.
46 sneeze mode. Alright, I need to grab that multi-stream link.
If you're already up, then I'm just gonna go straight away for it then.
Multi-Twitch.
Alright, I think I'm in it.
Pin. End of stream. Alrighty.
You ended stream right? Damn, dude. Stop.
Cool. Got my multi-switch going. Alrighty. Oh, I've got a bunch of bullshit to do.
Alright.
Desperately trying to remember what I was working on. Okay. So checking my tracker. Drake Heap had a handful of items I missed. Then I had... I have to draw... Okay, I had a few items in the Drake Heap. I'm gonna go to see if I can clear a few. No, let's go Snowfield. Let's just hate myself and let's try to get some of these Ariandel items smashed out. The big batch of them that I skipped, because there's a lot of very annoying enemies to deal with to get to them. And if I can do that, then I will go back to grinding out the bosses and suffering. Oh.
Why is
So-
this slightly off kilter?
I don't know. Why are you off kilter?
I'm not sure.
So you mentioned you're desperately trying to make money, Rebecca. What is your method for doing so?
Well, at the moment, I'm just catching fish in the desert to get fish that way and see if I can get the scorpion carp as well, because I need that
There
for
you
a bundle.
Okay.
But that's not going super well right now.
No?
When I finish this day tomorrow, I'm going to check the island to see if I have any good crops there. And what the situation of that area is, because I forget every time.
So who have I got? I've got Larxene, Axel, Vexen, Zigbar, Marluxia and Zolden, and Roxas. Alright.
Oh,
I think I've got a game plan. And by game plan, I
Same.
mean, I'm afraid. I'm terrified. I am terrified of what's to come.
well, so far my game plan's working out quite well as I took out the mini boss for the region, which is which item on my tracker?
I'm gonna start with the fun stuff first. The Paradox Cup. Oh god, Hades, please save me.
For 4. All right.
Actually, it's fine. It's fine.
And here's the big tower.
Reaction? I don't want reaction boost. Leaf Bracer is actually really important. This also has reaction boost. And it's just better. Okay. Damn it, I should use that. MP Rage is good, but if I'm using Stitch, it won't matter. Fuck, none of these are good for summons. God damn it. Leaf Bracer it is then.
Ooh, that was close.
I want summon boost. Yeah.
I'm getting. Oh wow, I got nuked. I'm getting my timing wrong for this attack with his weapon. Oh. Using a new controller today. Decided to send it with a whole new controller and just see if it's better. Because my other controller, my right trigger sticks a lot. So I thought something new might stick less and thus be easier to use. So far, not much better. Okay. This is just me being incompetent because I'm being
Actually, I should probably back out of
impatient.
this room. Back in the room. Let's
Your
go,
room.
lads.
Let's go.
Oh, tournament level 99. That's, yeah, I'm that level, I think.
You can do it.
Level 99? I think there's like 100. I don't know. There's like a good number of these.
There's at least 2 of them. Maybe 3 on a good day.
Hopefully 2 at minimum.
Okay. Luckily, thanks to my enemy spawns, getting here is not that bad. Missed that item last time.
Let's save all my stuff if I can early.
Okay, that avoided him somehow. Okay. Bob. Hello, my wife.
Could have summoned Stitch. No, well.
Stitch, as in the Lilo.
Yeah,
Ooh, just summon him. Do it.
I did. He's my
You
friend.
Lower back to loop.
Whoa.
Lower back to loop. Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
And I'm ready to stream.
You're back. I'm Jack.
Speaking of friends, okay, you didn't answer my question.
I don't think I did.
No,
Nor do I plan to.
she does. She needs to.
Okay.
What's your question?
I sent it to you on Discord.
Oh, you did, didn't you? I didn't read it. I was too busy. I don't know, I didn't think you understood. I was too busy saving Super.
Fair enough.
That's a great question. No idea. No idea.
Everyone else, when I sent them the stat sheets, or when Darian saw VMons, was like, "Oh, that's real cool, nice." And both Rebecca and Kay, I just sent it to them, and didn't get any response back until I saw that they were online. I'm like, I need you to answer this question.
That's
Oh,
great.
Okay.
You should know me by now.
No,
I
no,
got
yeah.
a lot of shit going on the last couple of days.
No. I'm aware, like, if you weren't answering me, it's because something else was happening, and that's totally valid. It was just like, it was just interesting dichotomy between everyone else.
Okay, I should have just healed that. Thought I could.
I mean, I saw Vmon's stat sheet in that call with you.
I think I saw it, had like thoughts about it, didn't reply because I was busy. A day and a half passed.
It's how it
I
be sometimes.
didn't like you, and I just didn't care, and so I didn't respond.
Yeah, I read the thing about the like item from the previous adventure I got, and then I didn't read the Lunamon stats until you asked me like 20 minutes ago what partner bond I wanted. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I should probably read this.
Why is he sending me a stat sheet? What the fuck is this about?
I
the
saw that it was a stat sheet. I was like, oh, cool. I
Ugh.
was just like, oh, cool, the stat sheet for Lunamon. I'll read that
Make sure
later.
this is actually working.
And then 2 days later.
I'll read that
totally
when I can be.
I also
Alright,
did
cool.
send it to Rebecca at like midnight, my time. It was definitely offline.
No, oh wait, didn't you actually no, wait, didn't you send it to me yesterday?
I got
Yeah,
you.
Oh wait, no,
offline.
no, you sent me the item yesterday. I don't remember what time you sent the stat sheet.
Oh, I did it around like 11. It
Was it
was between 11 and 1 a.m. because I was working on it when I was doing Buffy stuff.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
watching Buffy.
Okay, yeah, you sent it to me at around the same time as the item, so it was a reasonable time for me, where I could have looked at it properly.
But
I
you
just assumed
chose
you went to
not
bed.
to.
Because you were offline, you didn't go back online, and I'm like, oh, she's probably just asleep, that's fine.
Yeah, I think what was the
Thank you, Stitch.
yeah, I think yeah, I went to bed soon after that.
We're talking original movie Stitch, not the horrors that is the live action remake.
Oh,
I know what you-
absolutely.
what do you
You
mean
kidding me?
horrors?
Look at
He's
this.
so
Look at this little
fluffy.
guy on the screen.
Yeah, I don't. Horrors might be much. I haven't seen much, but it looks fine.
Hey, Rebecca, does that help
They
you at all?
they gave Lily to the state
Ah.
at the end of the movie.
I just got the progressive movie theater for you.
Yeah, I'll take that. That will shut down. Wait, hang on. Yeah, so I think it skips the phase of like where Jojo Mart is shut down and like it's just abandoned until you fix it. I think it just gives me the movie theater.
That's awesome.
We,
Okay, so
I say travesty because while Stitch himself, I mean, he looks fine. I think he's got no whimsy like the animated 2D side that he has, but they've like butchered that movie
really?
like real bad.
I only know one aspect of it, but when I read that, I was like, "What's the fucking point?"
Nani gives Lilo up to the state at the end so she can go to college in the mainland.
That's what?
What the fuck?
Are you actually
Excuse
shitting me?
No, I'm not.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow, that is
That is what the fuck.
insane. That is fully yeah. You know, you're
Excuse me?
right. Fully ruins the whole meaning of the movie.
Yeah.
Kahana means family.
Amazing.
Family means no one's left behind unless you know you want to go to college. So you just ditch your daughter off to the fucking stay. Wowza.
Sister.
What a yeah, sister.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, you know-
that's just
no,
that's just a lot.
it's not. It's not that. It's so she can go to college in the mainland, even though as a native she would have like free college in Hawaii, where she's studying marine biology. You know that thing that Hawaii is really
Yeah.
bad at.
They've added that, please.
Legitimately, fucking wowzers. Oh well, yesterday I had a day off. I took a few days off work so I can have a bit of a mental recoup before the financial year rolls over, because then my job becomes hell,
course.
literal. So I thought, I'll go see a movie, and I had the choice of a few options. Really, it came down to, because the time I was going to go see it, there weren't a whole lot of options. It ended up being either the Minecraft movie or Lilo and Stitch.
Please tell me you saw the Minecraft movie.
I saw the Minecraft movie. Because I
Yeah.
thought, this is probably the way to go. It's fun. It'll be good. I am very glad I made that choice because, I would have been super depressed if if that was what I saw with Lilo and Stitch.
I also cut Gantu from the entire
Yeah.
movie.
So
do know
the
that
main antagonist of the fucking movie?
The
Yeah.
big guy.
Oh, I know who Gantu is. I used to watch the TV show of Lilo and Stitch Religious. That show was awesome.
Jumba's supposed to be a bad guy the entire time. I think they cut the scene where Stitch gets lost in the forest.
What?
That
Really?
pivotal scene. Yeah, they cut that part.
Damn, dude.
From what I've read, it does not seem like a very good adaptation of the movie.
That's depressing.
Okay, yeah, I will re-pivot my statement. The CGI seems serviceable to fine, but yes, it
Why
sounds like
can't I do
story-wise
anything
they've
about
completely destroyed it.
They butchered my baby.
I can't do anything about this guy.
The talk
I
about it has made me want to rewatch the original.
I recently rewatched the original just because I have a daughter, and I'm like, hey, you should watch Lilo and Stitch because it's great. And she was like, I'm 3, so I don't care.
Sure,
That's very
whatever.
She was
When
like,
she's,
no,
like, cognitive-
put on Lion King for the 40th time today. And I was like, please.
When
Please,
she's
can we watch-
cognitive, throw Emperor's New Groove at her and
Yeah.
just make her like it.
As soon as I can, that will happen. The fuck is... loop back to lower. The fuck does loop back to lower mean?
Just look back to Lola.
Well, see, okay, I don't play the Ashes of Ariandel DLC that much. I don't enjoy this DLC. So I have no fucking clue what some of these items are located. They're telling me, like, oh, loop back to lower. I don't know what that is.
We want Harrowfield.
Will I figure it out?
Robin's
No.
Land. Lanrier.
I have a theorizing.
A game theory.
This might be up here.
Oh, fuck, no!
Fucking low.
Oh, Kate!
What?
Hey.
I am afraid now.
Hi.
What's his name?
Haley.
Ooh,
Stupid Skelly.
Kelly.
No. Killian. I love Killian. He's such a good lad. I have a theorizing. A game theorizing.
I just love Killing Experience because he's a funny boy. He makes funny videos.
Yeah, what he fucking did his X and Y playthrough was just fucking, what's it called?
Don't do it. Oh, I did it.
What is it? American something American?
Stitch, I need your help, buddy.
That one with Patrick Bateman. As the
Oh,
character.
American Psycho.
American Psycho, yeah. It's just like Pokemon but American Psycho. It's really funny. And then the flip on the script he had at the end.
I mean, it's like fucking Seth Zintash does the same, the American
Oh, the
Psycho
fuck?
style. Like, there is no such thing as a Seth Zintash. There's only the illusion. Like the whole freaking, that whole bit at the start of his Balloons Tower Defense video. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Go for it. I don't care.
Was it the bugs? Was that what I was looking for?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Bless
think
you,
I-
Donald. I love you. He's dead.
Oh,
But he
okay, I
doesn't
just
have
destroyed
cure.
a probably
Oh, shit.
valuable crop. That might
That's a
have
skeleton.
Meeple, can I have some of your skeleton?
No. Get up.
Bring on the madness.
Get up. Alright, that's that item done. So I've got
Alright.
two.
I'm gonna fucking
Into the
wait.
bridge.
2 items from this area to go.
And south.
Alright. What the fuck do I do about Yuffie?
Yuffie?
Yuffie.
I know,
hardly
it's
knew her.
Yuffie.
Yuffie?
Please,
I
Damn
hardly
it.
knew her.
It's Yuffie.
I hardly knew her.
Who did I give what?
Why do you guys not have any, like...
I gave
goddamn-
Darian Lorian's helmet.
Yeah, thanks for the hat. Huh. I see.
Yeah, alright.
Time to run the fuck
That's
away.
not... Oh, we've... Oh, no, the rules change. I forget the rules change. That's Genie. That's not what I wanted. Ah, fuck it, we roll.
On my end, yes, I have been away, chat. I've been doing some homework. On Tuesday, I pretty much finished. Well, turns out one of my assignments that I thought was due this week was, but he shifted it to next week, so there'd be better timing. But my ass did most of it anyway, so I finished that up on Wednesday and took a day off.
As you should.
So I've got one assignment left, which, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll stream tomorrow.
Combo.
I'll probably go through with maybe a minor, just low-key stream, and then we'll hit DMC2 next week. But there'll definitely be a stream on Saturday. Because, why not? I'll play it.
Why
My
cannot?
friends want to play. They just resurrected the guy, and I want to know his deal, I guess. Or other things.
Eat him.
Frankly,
for
I don't know
memories.
what they want from this town, other than maybe leave immediately.
I mean, we have a job to the south that we also theorize is potentially a place where one of the fucking generals or whatever is doing some shiz. So yeah, probably leave immediately.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that place was, yeah, if the general stuff was here or somewhere else, and we're just going here because it was the capital and easy.
I think we have a theory that one of the generals is active in
Yes.
each country.
Yeah, but yeah, like each section.
Yeah, but we haven't got proof of them, and we know that something's going on in the south with a mithril or adamantine mine, whatever it is. Something going on
Okay,
down
yes,
there. And I swear there was like some hint we got that the thing going on down there is related to what's happening that we're dealing with.
Okay, got Berserk charge.
Yeah, but like, who cares?
And with that, that is, I think, most pros all the pros I can gather, and all the bugs I can get at this point in time. Wait, the male ladybug was in the.
Yes.
Vine cover pill. Yeah, we didn't actually check that out. I'll go do that because I actually have nothing better to do. And then I've got a couple other places I can stop off at.
Alrighty, I am actually only missing a single item.
Oh, we got the trifecta.
Oh,
And slash ban. Oh my god, what do I have to log in? Yes. Log me in.
okay. So this is almost every item cleared from this map. All Gripicho. What is next? There's like one boss, one NPC, an item I missed. I could just check Ariandel Chapel for that one item I missed, just in case.
Slash ban. Pro.
The prevailing whammy. Let's go so Control C, Control V for that shit.
Oh, actually, since I ended
You just need to type in the first part and then tab in the middle.
Control C,
Go
Control
up.
V works.
I mean, that's fair. But yeah, other than that, when I've had time, I've been working on the Digimon stuff. We are doing a one-shot. I think just for simplicity's sake, we might do it. I might confirm it for the 14th. That way, people have got a bit more time to do stuff like get art if they want. It gives me a bit more time to work on it. But yeah, the one shot is going well. I made all the Digimon basically yesterday.
Building that shit up.
I think they look fun. There's one big thing I'm gonna decide with how and I actually do have to I think I have to change either Lunamon or Pulsemon slightly.
I haven't even seen my boy yet.
The big issue is the Digimon have 2 hit die per level, and I've been adding the original one. You add the Constitution modifier. I was adding it per hit die instead of per level. So I'm going to see what a per level situation looks like, and if the numbers are still big with damage, then I'll probably switch back to per hit die. Make them a bit more chunky. But that's only a minor mathematical error. If there is one.
Yeah. Oh, I need a way of getting Titanite shots easier.
Using a kill him, guys.
Hey, AJ, here's an orange rupee you definitely need.
Okay. Thanks, man.
There you go. He might die, he might not, I don't care. Do, 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 do. Alright. Checking my list of areas I can have unlocked items.
Luckily, a surprisingly decent number of these guys, when making the Digimon, first ones that were made already, and it was merely an adaptation issue. So, that was easy on my part.
Yeah,
Darian just picked Vamon, who was already in the system for a player last time, which was great.
I'm Vmon. Vmon's cute.
I think people are gonna like the characters on stream. I think people are gonna like the designs. Honestly, I think there's one minor chance that the character is annoying, but we'll see.
Is it me? Am I the annoying one? I hope so.
I think it will be Debbie, but I think it'll be because of you that Debbie might be annoying.
So it can't be me. I haven't told you shit.
Not the case. She doesn't know shit.
I know a bit now.
No, I think.
Unless you find them annoying because they have nothing going on.
No, I think Dimitri's character, in combination with the rest of the group, is just gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot mentally, just because of some character choices that have been made. Mainly the accent. I think the accent's gonna do me in for
What
Dimitri
you talking about? AJ, forget about it.
No! God damn, Pete! Fuck you!
Okay, just because it's America doesn't mean you have to get all up in it.
I hate Pete. Me and my homies hate that man.
Do it. Risk it for the biscuit. Okay. I keep picking up items and I know it's a bad idea, but I won't stop.
One of the big points when making characters, chat, is I was like, languages, we don't really need them. Digimon is one of those franchises, at least in the dub, where everyone could understand one another, even though they were in different countries at one point in season 2. It was that thing of we're not gonna have them have a language barrier issue, because that makes no sense. So, honestly, it didn't matter, but I was like, it could be funny to have languages be in play. And everyone started picking languages and picking, where they wanted to be. And Kay's immediate thought went to be oh, we can be in Europe.
My dumb thought was picking off of one of Darian's cancel games where we owned a pizza shop. and like had like more of a mafia style feel to it.
Oh, that is one of the most
That was
frustrating.
literally the whole point.
That is one of the most
That is
frustrating
the best
tales
stuff.
for why a game got cancelled as well. That was an old Blades in the Dark game I was going to run one day,
Blades in the
where
Dark.
I was going to have two different teams, one running the criminal side and one running the watch expansion. And the people running I set up everything with the criminal side. You know, I had a lot of fun building the stuff there. They were going to be a family, a mafia style group. It was going to be great for a game where you play bad guys being silly bad guys. And then the team that was explicitly told I was bringing them in to play the watch, and they agreed to it ahead of time. They were the ones who. Did we get to designing the team, and all of them, a bunch of them start complaining they're playing the good guys, and I'm like, I opened this with, this is what I want you all to be. And now you're complaining that the thing that I told you I want you to be isn't what you want to be? I guess we're done then. And the game never happened, because it just was absolute ridiculous miscommunication. Like, not even miscommunication. Like,
Just not reading.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
very open that I was looking like that's what the team was going to be for. And then they just changed their mind and decided that's not what they wanted to be for. I'm like, well, that's not what I was going to run the game for, so sorry, game's not happening.
To be honest, if you were just like to be, because me and Kay were on the enemy team, I feel like if you just went to us and like, hey, this is what happened, can you be the good guys? I think we would have reluctantly gone, okay, yeah.
I
sure.
would have done a really like dumb style co-op character. Would have been great.
Yeah, I don't say nah. Like, I wasn't going
No,
to take...
yeah.
the
If
group
they're
to set
gonna
up-
disrespect your time by not paying attention, it's
Exactly.
totally valid to just say no. But like, if you were just like, I'll find a way that works, I feel like me and Kay would have just been like, okay, yeah, it sucks, but sure.
I believe that if I'd asked you guys, you would have followed through with it. It would have been a problem. But, as you said, they didn't respect my time in the moment, and they didn't respect the effort I put into the situation, so I didn't expect them to respect my game when I ran it. So I didn't run it.
But
Please
that's
give me
like
a weapon.
why. That's why I immediately went to the same joke again and said Europe. I was like, that makes sense if we're fucking with languages. But
Yeah.
then like it slightly got a bit twisted on it, but it still kept the joke. I don't care what ends up happening.
No, I just think it was like really funny that someone's like, "Oh, we've got all these different languages. We can all we can all be in Europe because we can like hang out after school and stuff because Europe is like quite small." And I'm just,
No,
just,
not
like,
after school, just in general.
just in general, and I'm just like,
I don't think any of us were like really school people. Yeah,
and I'm just like, what about like a city like New York or Australia that's multicultural that you can just be in a country?
I never heard New York in our conversation. I did hear Australia.
That's
I
orange
swear New
roofie.
York came after it.
I said America. Cause
Oh, I guess maybe you did, but I didn't get New York.
like, I mean, I didn't give New York until I heard that Darian is sticking with the accent he is and the name of his ability. While it would be funny if he was Australian and he had that accent and the name of the ability that he's got. It just made more sense to like offer up New York in case people wanted to go there. And
I would
people
do
seemed to
anywhere.
Go with that. Oh no, it would have been funny though. It would have been really good walking down to like the 7-Eleven, just hearing one of
Hey,
the characters
yo.
NPCs go, "Can you get me a Daru?" And you're like, "Yo, Jeeves, okay, I'll go." What are you talking about? I'm walking here.
Literally. I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
I really wanted to name an ability, I'm walking here. But, I think I'll stick with my current ability. I don't care about spoiling it for the stream. My only ability I've designed now is called Forget About It. Which is spelled as phonetically as possible. We'll see how it works in game. I just love the name.
GGA.
It's
it's all one word.
F-O-R-G. Yeah, it's all one word. Forget about it. Like B-O-W-A-T-I-T. Forget about it.
Okay, the booty.
I'm looking forward to messing around with that, though. It's going to be a lot of freaking fun playing that game. And I'm hoping that we don't all fucking die.
Oh, extremely we will.
It's
I've got the.
I'll say
got the
making the
basis
custom backgrounds that we did with that for each character and the ability, honestly, was so much fun designing them and naming it and stuff that I'm like, I think next game I run, I'm just gonna be like, backgrounds aren't backgrounds. Every player can make a background. You pick your skills and everything based on what the background would be. Just like let players design their own backgrounds, name them, and then we can like workshop some fun stuff to do with them. Because it was great. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, because that was like one thing that Logan did, and I liked it. And I don't think he probably does it for other campaigns and stuff, obviously. But it was just a thing of like background abilities are so fucking dumb. They never get used at all. Darian's got like the pirate one for Tower Rock. It never gets brought up. It's unused for the most part.
It's like, oh, the pirate one for Tower Rock, what does it let me do? It lets me get away with minor crime. For a character who doesn't like making people upset and committing crimes, so it never happens. Honestly, we use the sailor feature, despite the fact that he doesn't have it. The whole like access to travel easier on a ship, because it's just like the pirate one doesn't happen ever.
And like it's just I've noticed that the background features don't get used, which is why I do like the change in 2024 that replaces that with a feat. Basically, I don't think they have background features anymore. They just give you a feat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I think is fine. Obviously, some feats are going to be more powerful than others, and frankly, I'd pick a feat that's more in line with I'd still be like a make your own background sort of guy and pick a relative feat there. But yeah, it was just like, let's just use this as a way to get people to do things, because no one does things with the background feats, and frankly, it's annoying. It just takes up a spot on the character sheet.
Yeah, straight up it does though.
No one
ability.
Like you can, but they're usually for very niche situations.
Unless you're playing like a fucking Wander or whatever it is, it's like, oh yeah, cool, I just ignore survival at all.
Yeah.
That's the one I see it using all the time, because people just go, oh, rations, who needs them? And honestly, tracking rations sucks, but also having to give up an entire feature just to avoid tracking rations doesn't make it less suck.
Or like maybe the noble feat, but I feel like that even if you don't specifically have the noble feat, if you have like some sort of nobility background, like PMs will just do that anyway.
I take it back. There's been one instance of someone using a background feat, and it was the noble. It was from Selena, and it lasted 10 sessions.
Yeah, Court was technically from the noble background,
and he didn't do anything for half of those 10 sessions.
That was kind of the point, though.
Oh no, that was his point. Because we were like, yeah, we'll make this really powerful fighter, but he's not going to do anything, because otherwise she doesn't learn anything, and that's what he's here for. So that's why Court only stepped in when it deemed necessary for him to.
After FK and LC bosses...
But at no point do I see an acolyte going, I want to use my Shelter of the Faithful and get some free room and board for us while we're here. Never, even if they have it.
I have thought about losing some stuff. I think like Christine has like a very altered one from Strixhaven. Was it Strixhaven? I can't remember. The Magic School one. But like I think it kind of was used a little bit, but not particularly, but more story reasons than actual anything else. Like it wasn't so much the background itself, but the background with the story elements with her father. So I mean, yeah.
There's a lot.
Some of that background does involve around like free access to a library, like certain help from staff and all that, which is home. So
yeah, like you can't really get those benefits if you're not in the location.
Got it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it did still help when we are there.
But I get what you mean. Like it's background features.
Very
honestly, usually they don't come up, and the ones that do come up are generally the ones that just take away from the game more than improve it. Like again, like the survivalists being like, I can gather free rations for this many people traveling in an area I'm familiar with. And also, on top of that, we can't be lost. Like, that's the only real one I see come up a lot.
How do I have 15?
The Wanderer or whatever it is.
Plus the major mechanic D points that I'm utilizing doesn't there are especially because this is a low level one shot at the moment. It'll be either a 1 or a 2 shot, and they're going to be 3rd level. They have a lot of spending at the moment, but they don't have any generation, nor will their features provide them a generation, but it is a good place to give a player-specific generation. Because there's class-specific generation and costing for the D points, and the backgrounds is a perfect place to give features that are player-specific, for things that the players specifically are good at. And like Darren's feature is really good for what Darren's doing. Tez's background is really good for what Tez is doing. I think Mim's one is gonna be. Mim's one is fun. I like what I've done with it. It's a really good ability with a decent downside for it.
Yeah. I'm curious to what they're going to be. Its problem is I'm having so much fun designing them. Depending on how the game goes, it could be something that we sit back and go, we got to return to this one day and have more fun with it. But it's also a game where I think there's a lot you can really do with that setting, even not Digimon related. There's a heap you can do with this particular way you approach this game. In the terms of having, my favorite part is the in and out of combat settings, since obviously Digimon related things are going to be very in combat-y. So if we had a part of it that's not, if we're in a situation where not in the metaverse, then we're not going to have Digimon, we're probably not going to be doing combat stuff now. In which case it'd be interesting to have a social side of the game based around that. Okay,
and just describe Persona 5.
Yeah, well, same thing.
This just has Persona.
But it's the whole thing. Is I was talking about it, and Persona would work for that as well. It's this time where you're spending in the game where you're not in combat, and so you got a social aspect of the game. I had an idea for a D&D campaign that had the same thing, where essentially, you would have a section of the game that takes place on an Earth-like world, probably just Earth, and then a section that takes place in a whole other world, and it's the other world uses the D&D stuff, and the Earth uses a whole different system. And the idea is your characters are projecting themselves mentally to this other world to do stuff, and it ended up being a whole lot of shit to write. And I realized it would take a lot of effort to set it up, so I didn't end up doing it.
It's also been a good writing experience because I sort of have an idea of how I want the plot of the session to go. I just need to find time to put pen to paper, which I might do tomorrow or even a little bit today when I'm not doing anything, right now. But I want to run I want to run a whole bunch of one shots on Thursday or Friday or whatever I'm free, because I think it's a very good. Because when we started Archipelago after we finished Minecraft, basically me, Kay, and Rebecca sat down and just fucking chatted about what we want Thursday streams to be. Darian and Tez were obviously invited to that conversation, it's just they went to bed, and so we had the conversation without them, but we listed the types of streams there are, and Archipelago is a medium-sized series. It's gonna be maybe hopefully less than 10 sessions. Feels a nice gap, but there's gonna be points where we just don't want to do an Archipelago stream because I'm not doing anything right now, and it's not my fault. I can't do anything about it. And I can't ask people to hurry up, because that's just rude.
You could, it would be funny.
Yeah, fuck you, how dare you?
Funny. So having break sessions in between some of this monotony is good, and that's what a one shot or a 2 shot is perfect for.
God damn it.
And so I want to do a whole bunch. Digimon is just, I love it. It's probably it's definitely in my top 3 series of all time. That and Bleach. That's my nostalgia. That's where I live.
300? I could do 300.
I was telling Dad, after I finish Buffy and Angel, I'm going to watch all of Digimon again. And I'm going to watch it in Japanese, so I know the difference for the first couple seasons, what the different dialogue changes were. And then I'm going to actually watch the content that I haven't seen, because I've watched up to Season 5. There's, Cross Wars and Applemon and fucking Ghost Game. Whole bunch of shit. They remade Season 1, and I want to see what they've done to it. So it's like, yeah, that's definitely one. If I could find a way to put Bleach in the game, I would. I know Logan has been trying for a while. But there's just the number of keto and, like, how specific you'd have to do Bankai and Shikai stuff. That seems, like, way easier to do in a Fate setting than D&D. Not that you couldn't do it in D&D, but Fate would, like, the Fate system allows for stuff like that.
I think that, honestly, the way that would work, like Bankai and Shikai, is it would be, like, yeah, temporary buffs that would do, like, unique abilities and powers that only work for a short period of time. Kind of like how I'm thinking for my carded class thing, where it's like, yeah, you do a thing, you do a power-up, it works for a time. But then, because of how those games work with power scaling, eventually that just becomes a thing you can do all the damn time.
Yeah.
Oops.
Plus, it's like Darian's idea for a game / one-shot is good. I like how that mechanic works, but Kingdom Hearts is another one. I know Kay likes Kingdom Hearts. I would have fun running a Kingdom Hearts game, doing it. Like, yeah, I would love to run one just to be like, this is my interpretation of Kingdom Hearts, and have Kay be there for it.
I died.
But honestly, I wouldn't even do anything dumb. Like, I would just, like, run it in a very, like, Kingdom Hearts-centric part of the story, like the Keyblade War. I've got no fucking idea what that is. I could just make whatever. I could just make whatever the fuck up I want, and no one can yell at me.
I would love you to see you do that with no knowledge on what the Keyblade War is.
Whoop.
I would look up key players. I would look up the leader of each army, and like the name of each army, and that's it. I would not go any further than the name, and just
see what you get with just your guesswork.
I would pick one nation. I would pick another nation, and have you like work for one of them and disrupt the other. And if they were allies, Kay would just have to sit there and suffer. Like, this didn't fucking happen. This didn't happen in the story.
They're not. They're not even enemies.
That's not how it goes.
They're not even enemies.
And they were roommates!
God bless.
But yeah, I do want to help Kay make that, and I do want to play in Kay's game. And while I do dick on this series, I'm gonna treat it with respect. Like, people like it. It's just not for me. The nostalgia window for that series, like, was 15 years too late for me. If I was 13 and playing Kingdom Hearts, a definite maybe I wouldn't be as pessimistic as I am about it.
But still maybe.
But like Zelda, I fucking love Zelda. Rebecca ran a Zelda game a while back, and I wanted her notes for the races to utilize to make. Like, I even thought like, Azoras would be like great using like the trait and stat block, and then having the different varieties for like the different incarnations. You could have some of the Tritons have the electricity that the Majora's Mask one do. And some of the other aspects. I know they could be the goofy ones from Link to the Past and Between Worlds. They like the difference in the ones that are like little pudgy,
the silly ones.
Yeah, the pudgy little Zoras.
The not sexy ones.
Oh, I'm out.
See, Zoras come in two forms. They come in fuckable and non-fuckable. So yeah, and like I think even just making that would be fun, just to have like a Goron race and a Zora race and a Korok race. And I think doing, because I did have a series idea where you would be playing the new, you'd be playing unbeknownst to players, you'd be playing the new sages, and then fucking Tears of the Kingdom came out and was like, yo, we like that story that you had in your mind and didn't tell anyone. We're taking it, baby. We're taking it. Here you go.
Our story.
Our story now. But there's so much you can do with Zelda.
Yeah, I knew a dude who ran a whole Zelda game. Like, he did that. There was a guy I worked with in EB who made a whole game, and it was like, yeah, you play as like the heroes. The idea, I think, was like Link essentially is like taken out of it. And it's like you're the group coming in to try and like, defeat Ganon without Link.
Exact same idea.
Because he was defeated, like, or something happened where his Triforce is, like, taken away. And so, yeah, you have to do a whole bunch of shit. That game, the dude told me, went a mixed bag, because half the players got super into it and half did not. Like, they got essentially their MacGuffin Triforce thing, and the players just fucking sold it.
What?
Yeah, they got, like, the
Fair.
MacGuffin,
I mean, I
and
guess.
the players, they were like, hey, this is incredibly important, you have to be careful with this. And they were like, well, it's worth a lot of money, let's just sell it for cash.
One of a kind that gives you incredible power.
Yeah, they had to hunt it down and like find the dude they sold it to and buy it back, because they got to the end and realized they couldn't beat the game without it.
We had
They were like, fuck, now we have to go find that guy.
we had a similar thing, and by we I mean James and me and Kay were there watching this happen, and trying to tell him to not do it, but he wouldn't listen. In Darian's game, it's not as grand of scale as that, but we had one of the best NPCs ever, Barrington, and he has a really cool sword, and I don't know if we just came into the possession of the really cool sword, or we just sold the rights to the really cool sword to
We
a bunch
had
of these
possession of it
demons.
because we picked it up.
You didn't have it, but the dude you saw, the guy who
Yes,
had it was
we
an
knew
Eldritch
it,
Knight.
yeah.
You knew where it was, and you
knew where it
sold the
was.
location of it to these interdimensional fucking dudes for one of the most like underwhelming magic items I've ever given. A +1 sling of
Sling.
potential returning. Maybe the bolt comes back. Maybe it doesn't.
So yeah, we sold this item to, as Darius said, an Eldritch Knight to an interdimensional creature, which means he would never be able to get that weapon back. The weapon was a 9-life stealer, of course, one of the coolest weapons in the game, I'll say. And we just gave it to monkeys for no reason.
The idea was to trade for, like, deals and knowledge, and then you traded away someone else's thing. They didn't care it wasn't yours.
What would they? They're demons. I believe one of them was how to cook the perfect egg. I
Yeah.
believe someone traded for that. I don't think I traded.
That was the
in-
only good thing.
I don't think I traded anything, honestly. I might have. I just don't remember.
I just remember people
been
traded,
years.
well, that one there, how to cook the perfect egg, the idea was that was like a test trade to see if you'd lose the knowledge.
Yeah.
Do I have a Siegbrow? No, I might be fucked here.
Oh yeah, like if you were just telling them how to do it, or if they were taking it from you.
Yeah, because then they thought there was like a loophole where they could then take the knowledge and get away with it, and the answer was
I
no.
don't remember this.
Ah, there we go. Ah, fucking Lothric and Lorien into another boss back to back. Joys of double phase bosses. Oof.
But yeah, like that campaign was fun, and it just ended because stuff happened.
Yeah.
And like
Sometimes
I was like, oh,
sometimes people do things that make the game less fun.
but we're like in a really fun part, I reckon, as well, because Kay's character and our character were like just sort of vibing together for a bit. And Kay was going through some turmoil.
Oh,
And that
okay.
it was
As she
great. That
does.
was good.
Fuck,
That was
stop
good
throwing
of me.
Tifa at me, fuck!
No.
Like at one point,
Exhibit A.
we had a big fight, like
I'm so fucked.
actual combat, not actual like words were said or anything. Fight, and
Oh, you need to be alive, buddy!
massive trauma happened to Kay's character. And so she was all distant that night, and she left our wagon. So I spent the entire night following her, and it turns out like she went to like a friend's wagon and fell asleep. So I was the one with the exhaustion looking for her that night, which is great. And then we had one of the funniest moments Kay's ever done in D&D. We get an alarm.
Lucky.
We get an alarm that there's a giant. We all rush into battle. Kay's like, I can have this. I'm the frontline cleric.
I wanted to
can
mainly
do it."
stand in front line, and keep in mind I'm a Tempest cleric with basically full armor and a shield. I think I had an 18 or 19 at the time. I was
Runs-
defensed.
runs full up to the hill giant, and it demolish within
I
one
think
round.
one of them was a crit, one of them was like a 19 on the die. I'm like, well, I mean,
Yeah, and you unconscious turn
I
one.
had
It
a
was
good, I had a good
pretty
70%
funny.
chance to survive that, and I just rolled bad.
It was the funniest thing. I was
Because
playing.
if it wasn't for the crit, I still would have been fine. It was just the crit.
I was playing in what Darian would call the most unoptimized monk he's ever seen.
Yeah, accurate.
I did not have a very good wisdom score, so it did not help my armor or anything. But I was playing a drunken fist, and I was being the most annoying brat to this giant the entire time. But it did not end up well for me at the end. I was just standing next to him pretty much for the entire fight, and I got hit maybe 3 times, but I was pretty okay. And then he fucking got me real bad. But I was just doing funny shenanigans in front of this man for a good hour of combat.
Yeah.
That was a fun one also because it was like a very, very obvious like fake out for like a damsel in distress. Where it's like, this random lady in this post-apocalyptic world. And you're like, that's sus as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, it's meant to be sus as fuck. And the party decided to take her on anyway. And then it's like, oh shit, she was not good. She was actually bad. I'm like, and everyone's like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And they just like, of course it makes sense. It's so obvious.
It was like I was playing with like morons that day. I don't know what happened. Like the setting escaped everyone. I'm not.
The setting didn't escape me. I'll tell you that much for free.
Yeah. Kay was with me, just like, well, we shouldn't trust her. Obviously, this makes no fucking sense.
For me, it's like we should trust her. But I mean, like we'll see.
Okay, I need to do a check of the cheat sheet.
I'm not a bit like, hold on, look at her.
But James and the other player we're playing with, we're also just like, okay, this is obviously the story point Darian wants to tell, so we'll bring her along. And I'm like, no, that's the problem, because Darian's the GM, and GM doesn't have GMs have a story point, but he knows that the point can go anywhere. We should just fucking murk this woman right now. She's untrustworthy. And they're like, nah, we'll be fine. And then betrayal happened. I'm just sitting there like, yeah, betrayal happened. What do you think, guys? You think we can trust her now? Betrayal happened.
She was a night hag.
Oh, joy.
I need to look up what the fuck this item's called, because I need some bloody Titanite shards. Titanite shard.
And because of how the campaign ended, she was technically the big bad.
Yeah. Yeah. One player wanted to change classes. I gave them an out, and rather than rolling with it story-wise, they just made it very meta and wasn't fun.
Oh god, the crab hands are coming out again. God bless.
Christ.
God bless.
Ba, 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 ba.
I'm having fun. I was a little upset that we missed out DD last week, because I think we're at a very fun story point for, I don't even know what Dimitri's game is fucking called. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, other than the Ready game, I've got no idea what to call that thing.
I mean, it's just Ready again.
It could be just Ready again. But, like, I feel like it's got a name, and we were told it once, and no one knows what it is. We finished a big arc. My character has a person missing. And I said this before, I've had to play this character I had to play the character how I want to play them in the future earlier than I thought I would. Because my backstory came up, like, immediately. So now I have to revert back to how I want to play them to begin with, and people are going to be like, well, which one's the real here? And the answer is they know which one. They're just like, why is he doing this?
Why is he doing this?
Why is he doing this?
I need to upgrade this fucking weapon.
Come on,
I need
Donald, get
Titanite
up.
shards.
I don't have any refills on me. I'm not using elixir on you. Come on, Donald. Come on, Donald.
Shard.
Come on, Donald.
Plus we're level 2 now. We've got level 2 things to do. Like get to level 3.
The most important thing on level 2.
I'm enjoying low-level gameplay. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I think low-level gameplay is fun as shit.
Yeah.
Alright,
it's that point where, like,
whatever.
D&D does well if you've got a GM where combat can still feel like you're on the bottom edge. If on the downside, if like DMs play an encounter as well, which is what I want to do. Like, I do get people want a power game and like beat every fight and like do it without having issue. To me, it's not fun. I'm very much like an underdog story. Like or like at least consequence, not underdog, but at least consequences have to be made for a comic. Like for a combat. Like one of the big things that me and Darren do when we're writing for like a boss of an area or something like that is like, well, what do we want out of this fight? And it's always like, what resources do we want them to burn? Like especially the last two arcs, last two events for the Great Pride have been like, well, they're not supposed to lose this fight. They're just supposed to burn everything.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of things, because we want the final fight to be something that's like worth them putting their time in. It's also strategizing. Like I just think that's like people who catch on quick, like Jeremy. Like I'm not gonna waste spell slots in this early level encounter because we did. I mean, that's not what he did last time because he did burn Blight and a third level spell.
Yeah.
That session, but you know. Usually people are like, well, I want to hold on to these things. I don't know what else is going to come and happen. So I think like making combat interesting in that regard is funner for me at least.
No, that's fair. I think I'm just used to playing characters that have a lot of resources at hand and can just plan it out a little bit better. Because like even though I use what I use, I still have ways to get stuff back and extra free stuff I don't usually touch very often.
Because, like, yeah, the low-level gameplay that we were doing in Dimmy's campaign is really fun. We did an encounter we didn't actually need to do, apparently. And that, like, bricked Savel a lot. Savel used both of his spell slots in that fight. And he was down to 5 HP. And he rocked that 5 HP until he long rested the next day.
I mean, we fucking, that fight... Like, I think we did the spiders that kicked us out, and then we did the big fight against the the cultists dudes, like the racist people, and that went so goddamn well because we walked in the door. They were like, "Yeah, here's our evil," and then we just shot them in the face. Said, "I don't care." Proceeded to kill the two strongest ones I think in the room in the first round of combat, and just move on. Like whatever.
It was so fucking cinematic because as Derek said, that like this woman was like going. This is our plan. They're never gonna get to us, etc. You're all fools. And both me and Darian just had a lock in right then and there. Fucking ruined her day.
Yeah, Barnabas different Barnabas return game. Freaking one shot one of the dudes. Me and you just nuked that one. It was just like whatever. Get out of our face. All right, I've purchased a new weapon in game just so I have something that isn't a fucking dex weapon to work with. This isn't much better. This is a fucking faith. This is technically a dex faith weapon, but it's better than my katana I had.
I will say I was a little disappointed in the session after because I feel like everyone is vibing that there was gonna be a fight with the last guy we needed to capture, and then it just didn't happen. Yeah. Which is fine, like, I get it, but I was also, like, I wanted to do, like, this 5 HP, I want to see what this fucker's trying to do. I thought he would have converted more of the guards to be on his side.
Yeah, same. Or I thought it was going to be us versus the guard with, like, a slight thing. I don't know, it just didn't end up happening. That's not the story Dimmy wanted to run, and it was fine, like...
It was fine. I didn't mind. I just was a little, like, the disappointment was, like, maybe a 1 out of 10, just like, oh... Okay, yeah, alright, fair enough. No one dies today on our end. By
I was
no one,
ready.
I mean me.
I was going to show off one of my abilities that I hadn't had a chance to show off yet. I was looking forward to it. Oh, there's an item here I missed. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Which item is that?
I'm in the joys of early multi-classing. Like early. Of which one do I want to get to first? Because I'm bard cleric, and If I go to cleric, I get some of my cleric features from my subclass. But if I go 3 bard, I get my bard subclass choice. So I'm debating which direction I want to go. If I go going to cleric is the easy option because it's like at least you get some cleric features that you should get, and then you can go bard till you're 5th. But I don't know what to do. I haven't made the choice of what I want to do, and I think that's interesting.
Yeah, making that
excited for
decision
next
is
week.
always fun. Like when you finally decide which way you want to push it. I always find there's some really fun multi-class you can do out there, but finding the moment that you like make that choice is always difficult. Like you want to know, when are you gonna make the call to commit to one of those things.
Like, I know for sure I want to do more bard than cleric. It's just how I want to scale that point.
Yeah.
Like, right, it's like, do I get it's not do I
Fuck
get
me.
all the levels of cleric I want, or it's like, do I get the early boost in cleric, or do I do a bit of a long game? Because by the time we hit 4, I'm not going to get the power boost that everyone else is going to get with feats and ASI. Unless he's running it like Logan's way and it's just feats, at which point I definitely won't be getting the power boost that everyone else will get, because feats are just really good.
I think we're doing just feats and he's giving out extra ASI as a separate thing entirely.
Yeah.
So I just bought a weapon from a shop. Another nice weapon, the Dragon Slayer Sword Spear, because one of my bosses I have up ahead is a dragon boss. It'll be very good against that specific boss. I don't have a good faith scaling, but I'm like, I'll +4 it, I'll make it work. I get the weapon, I go and pick up a few missing items from it, get a whole different goddamn weapon. I specifically bought the Dragon Slayer Sword Spear because it scales off of, Twinkling Titanite, I think it is. Or Titanite Scales, which I have heaps of, and I have no Titanite Shards, and now I have Titanite Shards to do with. Okay, let me think. Well, I gotta find a place to... Can I get Titanite Shards anywhere?
Oh my god, I hate these guys. Oh my god, this is a gauntlet.
Hey, Kate, is Protect Belt or Furrigun Bangle? No, wait. No, there's a Water Bombs for AJ. Never mind.
Damn.
Looking at the wrong thing on my list. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get Seek Brow. Purchase Seek Brow. I don't give a fuck. Grab some healing items, because I'm suffering without being able to level up weapons. Great Sword I can make work very easily. I just need Titanite. And the game is just like, what if we don't give you any Titanite?
I heard you didn't want Titanite though.
I really want Titanite. It's usually it's like the non-issue item usually. Estus ring I even take.
How do you usually get Titanite?
So, aside from early enemies killing it, one of the ashes I get in the game usually gives me an infinite source of buying regular Titanite. But that ash, we either haven't found it yet. I don't remember which ash it is. I was trying to look it up earlier, but it wouldn't tell me.
Okay.
Or whichever one it is that does this, because it also could be locked by boss kill progression, because that's usually a thing as well. Xanathos, Embers, Washing Pole.
I swear I've seen an ash in my game, but I just can't remember where it was. Or which ash it was. I don't... Oh, wait. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it is right here. I have the Easterners ashes.
I'll take it, because it'll be something. If you
Okay,
can get them and they're not a problem for you, because if they're a problem, obviously don't. But that's 6 new items in my shop.
They cost money, so I'll do that after I've done AJ's thing.
Yeah, no, AJ's thing takes hella priority.
Yeah.
So many little things.
Because, yeah, they cost 25,000 gold.
I just bought every little bit I can get. I've sent away Grey Rat for more looting, which means if I kill a boss, he comes back with new stuff, which is important. It's +1 this item. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, if I kill the Dragon Slayer armor, which is Gale, that unlocks a whole massive chunk of the map for me, and that gives AJ the hook shot. I only just remembered that now. I probably should be doing that. Which one is it? Dancer. Okay. Now back to a +1 weapon yet again.
Alright, let's go. Come on, we got this. Never mind, I just saw my bosses. What's Cerberus cough rules? Forms can be used alone in the drive capability. Oh yeah, this is the last one. Okay.
I will say, like, a few of the bosses I have to deal with. I've got Medea, the demon, the Dark Eater. That should be a 1-stage boss fight. Generally, it's a 2-stage where you fight the 2 demon princes, then they die and they fuse into the 1 demon prince, like the demon in pain and the demon below. But there's no cutscene for that fusion, so I think it'll be a 1-stage boss fight. But then, like, the Nameless King is Lothric and Lorien, and then you kill that and it becomes the Gravetender. Gravetender's not that bad of a fight, I just had a bad weapon, so I couldn't really do it right. But just frustrating that it's already a difficult boss fight for my setup, and then it's a second boss fight right after. Okay. It probably isn't smart doing it this way. I don't care at this point.
I'm gonna back to some one-shot ideas. Well, not necessarily one-shot, because I do want to run a Persona thing, but I think a one-shot of that would be less of a one-shot for, like, playing Persona and more of a this is how the Persona mechanics would work sort of one-shot, right? Because that's not a game you do one of. That needs to be like a series. You can't just do a one-shot of Persona, because it doesn't... Because while you can explore a dungeon and do that, it's not necessarily... I feel like there needs to be more content than a one-shot for a Persona game. Like, either mini-campaign or something like that.
I mean, that's the same thing we're saying with, like, other games. Like, you know, there's something you can do stuff, but there's so much content to do that it feels like there's not you're not really seeing the full aspect of what you can do.
Yeah. And same with, like, you could probably do a one-shot of Monster Hunter, because I feel like Monster Hunter using, like, Gary got a really good idea for Monster Hunter where you use vehicles as the stats for monster, so you can have damaged parts that drop off and get stuff. Like, it'll be a really good, accurate way to do Monster Hunter with, like, how the game is run, as opposed to just, like, throwing Nergigante at players and then they're killing it immediately. It's like, you can throw Nergigante at players, but it's also got the weaknesses it would have had in this stuff, and you can cut its tail off and whatever.
Damn.
And I think that, like, there's a potential for you to do a one-shot, because I feel like each session of that could just be them exploring a map and then fighting a guy, or, like, you can drag that out by them having to deal with another monster. Like, John Anjanous shows up in the middle of their hunt they're required to do, and that could be, like, a session of them fighting John Anjanous instead of the guy that they need to. In the next session, they go into the fight they're supposed to, a little bit weakened.
Honestly, the way I would do that is either you do it as like a one-shot style boss fight, where it's like you fight a big creature, he has stages where he moves from map to map at certain points, have environmental stuff going on, then maybe you have an introduction, like another monster show up that provides basically stage hazard type effects, or you do it full-on like Worlds or Wildstar way, where it's exploration of a zone, and then you have quests which is like, hey, this creature showed up and caused problems, you have to go hunt that creature, but let players go out and, like, do other stuff along the way to get themselves ready to hunt said creature.
Yeah, because obviously you could do, like, you could sort of meld it with, like, broader D&D stuff by, like, hey, yeah, this area of the world is going to be, is in need of hunters to go deal with this thing. You can obviously have travel there, and then you can throw in, like, how travel between these areas is dangerous. Throw in some monsters that just are in between the road and stuff like that. But you could obviously, I could definitely see doing one-shots of the Monster Hunter with, like, one big monster, or maybe 2 decent-sized monsters that, like, the one of the monsters is stronger than the other, but the other one shows up and disrupts, like, the plan, so then they have to either avoid this guy or go into the other fight slightly injured and resource deprived. And it'd be also fun to, like, sort of because you can still do Monster Hunter with D&D classes. Like, it's not necessarily the thing. You could definitely make like a generic Monster Hunter fighter class, and then have each weapon / be a subclass, and they can do stuff like that. But honestly, throwing a wizard at like a Beelzebub, a Diesel Geese fight would be funny. Like, it'd be funny. Just throw fireball at like Great Jagras. Because it's there.
I mean, that would also tie into the elemental weaknesses and buffs of certain creatures. Would be very interesting for playing with that.
But yeah, for sure I want to do that. Again, yeah, Persona, I can, like, it's definitely, like, you can do it. Obviously, you can always make a one-shot of something. It's just, I feel like the general vibe of Persona will be sort of rushed if you do it there. Because as Darian said, a great deal of time is the roleplay / out of dungeon stuff with Persona. Like, talking with confidants, doing stories, finding quests to do.
Shit.
And with the way that our group of friends plays D&D, they would have like maybe 4 or 5 sessions in between dungeons. I reckon.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be down for that too. Like, give in-game, like in like event benefits to out of combat stuff. Very much incentivize that too, where you're not just rushing between things. Like in my game that I was going to set up for the whole multi-world, you know, like 2 different essentially systems in one, which I ended up scrapping. One of the things to do is that, like, doing that whole projecting yourself to the other world aspect is incredibly taxing on your body and mind, and so doing it too often has serious downsides. And so you have to find ways to, like, spend recovery, you know, spend time to recover from your own actions, or find ways to, like, essentially buff yourself to do it more often. Which I thought would be fun.
Yeah.
Because, you know, then you get the situation where you can put something really time pressing on that world. The players have to repeatedly project themselves there and there again to solve said time crisis problem, stacking debuffs via exhaustion or other methods in order to accomplish a goal they want that they deem to be highly necessary.
Yeah, and then it becomes like, how far do you push yourself for this thing?
How far can you push yourself?
Yeah, well,
Because with social links, in Persona, like, you can obviously, like, because they do give benefits. I mean, if you're not, ask this afterwards because it's something I want to know, and Kay will probably know the answer. But with social links, you could definitely, like, they don't necessarily have to be like, oh, this is the chariot. Like, if someone's like, oh, I want to go hang out with the chariot social link, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, there's going to be a script that everyone follows and they pick the right answers and stuff. You can always tailor each social link to each player, and then, like, even though you've got, like, 12 major NPCs, so, like, the Arcana, at least each, like, interaction between players are going to be different.
Yeah.
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 You can have one guy
bored.
be friends with the chariot to begin with, and then another guy doesn't really know the chariot very well, but, like, they might like him. Also, gay romance. You can do gay romance in TTRPG Persona, which has definitely never happened in normal Persona.
Gormance, if you will.
That's actually been illegal. Like,
I think there's
since the
been
beginning.
one gay romance, and there's only one way, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. I think P3 could
wait.
technically.
Can't you do Aegis and Kotono, or...
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I was thinking Makoto and,
A death.
Death, yeah.
Death of
I mean, sure.
But speaking, because one of the things, like, and as I was saying, you can make the social links, each of the abilities you'd get from a social link, they could be the same benefit and give you something to do, give you a feature. I think that might be a change from the original Persona document that me and Kay made, that instead of, like, stat ups or whatever, it'd be a more of a
Ability unlocks.
more abilities that could also be generic, and, like, that can be greater That could be a greater, like,
Oh.
you'd get this ability if you get to certain social standings with each character. Or it could be, again, it could be specific because of your relationship with the person. I was gonna ask, does 3 Reloaded do all the social links give abilities? Because I've been playing 4, right, and
I don't think so.
they don't, like, not
Yeah,
like
even base
when you
three
play 5, every social link gives you something, for the most part, even if it's like buying items like from Tay.
Or like slight does, but they still give something.
Slight bonuses, etc. But 4 is like, oh, you helped like you helped this girl get her like realize her feelings and wanting to be better for herself. It's just a story arc you go. It's not necessarily like while in real life there doesn't need to be a benefit for having a relationship with someone. It's just weird that it didn't happen, you know? It's just like,
Where's my boss? Bro.
why am I hanging out with you for? You know? The achievement, I guess, but what do you do for me?
What
am I getting out of this?
Like, the only one that's sort of like on that scale is Rise, and that's just because Rise is the navigator. She still has a persona, and her fucking abilities are cracked. But like, hanging out with her gives her bonuses, that's pretty much it, but no one else does. It's like, compared to 5, you always get, like, features out of
Something
other
even
big
for your-
characters.
Yeah, even
if
for
it's-
like your main characters.
Hell, like, talking to the gamer kid gives you better guns, somehow.
Which is so useful.
Because
Having
it's a gun
special
game he
down-
plays.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
I know it is as a gun game, but it's funny. It's like, by playing this gun game, he teaches you how to use your fake real gun real good.
For Gil Gun.
It's for real good.
Oh, I need to check. I actually don't think I ever finished his link. I think I only did like 2 levels with him.
Oof.
Darren, to realize something that we could do that'd be really funny.
Realize, goddamn.
For Frankie, instead of like a digi-armament, he's like, I pull out my real ass goddamn pipe.
Yeah,
What?
other people are like, I form a fucking pipe, I form a knife, or I form a sword, or I form a gun. Frankie just reaches behind his back and pulls out a lead pipe. It's not Digimade. It's an actual physical lead pipe. I ain't gonna beat your ass with data. I'm just gonna beat your ass. We were given for that.
I don't
We were
need
given
your data.
we were given 2 weapon proficiencies to pick from. For like, oh, did you we turn into it? I'm like, Frankie's a boy from the streets. Sorry, no, Frankie. Vinny. Vinny's a boy from the streets. Full name: Vinny Vincent Victory. Legally binding name. Vinny, by the way, is his middle name, not his nickname. His 2 weapon proficiencies are a lead pipe and a brick.
Idiot.
Because it's weapons you can always find in the city. Like, you can always get your hands on a lead pipe somewhere, and if you throw a brick at a motherfucker, there's always that brief thought where they think, did you just throw a fucking brick at me?
I need to look at.
Like, it's not like, oh, it's a dangerous weapon. No, it's the sheer shock factor of that guy just threw a fucking brick at me.
It's so funny because Mim's got
It
something
gives the
else.
day's condition.
Mim's weapons are a baseball bat with nails in it, and her other one is a Molotov cocktail that, while won't do fire damage, will do bludgeoning damage because she's throwing a vodka bottle at someone's head, which is extremely funny to me. But I do need to. I think Tez wanted a gun, so I do need to look up gun stats.
I would also like at least 1 gun.
Guns are pretty nutty. So,
Oh, well, it won't be damage because obviously the damage thing is mainly just like range and. Well, that's about it. Range.
and reload.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to even just take
Oh yeah,
just, like,
you
ranges
can make
from
a
regular D&D weapons. Like, if I take like a pistol, I'm happy to make that like a short bow. And if I take a like sniper or something, just make that like a long bow. Just like
well,
make
Logan-
it
Shit.
pretty.
Okay.
Logan's got guns, and Matt Mercer's made guns for when he made Gunslinger, and I'm pretty sure there is modern weaponry in
Modern,
D&D.
yeah, modern 5e has guns, a lot of them, and they are nutty. My personal favorite is the shotgun, which has an ability I think called Close Quarters, which is if you're within a certain range of enemy, I think it's like 10 or 15 feet, it does extra damage die because it's a fucking shotgun. It's like, yeah, it's a 3d10 damage. Oh, but if you're within 5 feet of a dude and you shoot them with a shotgun, no, it's like 5d10 damage.
Oh, it's an extra
Shotguns-
two.
Shotgun should remove the in 5 feet detriment that range weapons have. It's
I
a
think it
fucking
does.
shotgun.
I think there's weapons that have the CQC as like a feature, which is close quarters. Like you don't suffer 5 feet combat because they're specifically meant for like up front in your face combat. Also,
To be
honestly,
fair though, some slows can be like ranged like masters.
modern
They're very
2024. Modern 5e has some amazing things that I'm like, how did this never make it to like 5e? Like the Artificer, who can make gauntlets of magical fire and punch a motherfucker. Like, legitimately just absolutely based.
I think that's part of
No, it's...
battlesuit armor.
No, so the whole thing is you just make these fucking gauntlets of like fire. Jesus Christ, can you just leave me alone so I can heal for a second? Fuck you, guy. There's a whole thing like you infuse weapons with these like arcane flames that you just carry and you can like place on your hands and stuff. Very good.
Damn it.
Has a lot of features around it. You can even put them on other people's weapons and stuff. It's, I don't know, very fun. The fact that it's not already in the game is just a detriment to the, like, one of those things where it's like, why didn't you only didn't put this in the game because you put it inside a module that people don't usually know about. Unless, of course, I'm wrong and modern 5e is not actually an actual proper module. I have no idea. I didn't look into it. If it is homebrew, then whoever made those classes... Yeah, okay, if it's UA, that's one thing. If it's homebrew, whoever made those, God, there's some fun classes in there. The Ranger had a great one. The Rogue had a great one. The Monk, the Way of Gun Fu is so good.
That's funny.
They've
That's just John Wick.
Yeah, well, like, their whole thing is they can shoot guns as part of their like combat actions while punching key people and kicking them.
I kind of want that.
Like early on, it's only small arms like pistols and SMGs. Later on, you can have shotguns in the Way of Gun Fu, so you can be fighting people when like kicking and punching a dude and then just shooting a guy with a shotgun as like one of your multi-action.
Awesome.
It's amazing. It's so good. The fighter one, which was the commando, had some awesome abilities. I think the ranger was essentially the conspiracy theorist. They had a feature.
What the fuck?
They had a feature. I'm trying to remember if this is ranger or rogue, but essentially it was like you can see the way things connect that other people can't see. So you can make a declarative statement about something, and the GM will truthfully tell you whether that statement is true or false. The way they gave that was like, someone says that the mayor is a bad guy, and the DM says, false, because while the mayor is bad, he's actually not a guy, he's a mind flayer in disguise. Thus it is not right.
I think if this was the document I'm reading, I think that's the face claim we used for fucking the barbarian.
Possibly,
sister.
Way of the Dreadnought was amazing.
I think. From
Actually,
what I'm
honestly,
reading here,
Wave Dreadnought's actually pretty mid for a barbarian one. Unfortunately, mid.
Yeah, I think this is created by a Reddit user, but it's inspired on the modern reference document and the modern Magic UA. So it's like
I'll be the right.
it's homebrew, but it's using like it's based on the official, semi-official content that was made.
I'm disappointed. I've done basically no progress today because I finally got a weapon set up to a point where I can make progress. Immediately lost it, and I don't know where my Titanite shards are to get more weapons, to get this like the other weapons set up.
Oh, that's okay. It's good to have a look at the fucking modern armor, because right now Digimon's not using armor. I'm not sure. Like, I think if it was a different setting of Digimon, it'd be easier to use armor.
Modern armor is honestly quite complicated because certain armors resist certain damage types. Like, you get armor that is resistant to slashing specifically, or like this armor has basically some armors have thresholds.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool, but also it's a lot more complicated than regular armor.
I'm in pain.
It's not bad. Probably if I do want to if I feel like armor for players is necessary, it's a good way to implement it. But
It happened again.
I mean, it's good
Really?
to look at for these weapons.
This guy won't die.
Oh,
He's got full health, but he just won't do anything. At least I can quit out this one, but still, come on.
Is it the same glitch again?
Yeah.
Oof.
God damn it. This is already hard enough as it is, game. I'm getting depressed here. It's just a 50-round gauntlet, which is what makes this like really hard at times. But also, there are checkpoints.
I'm just
But it
suffering
sucks.
through some of the toughest like boss fights in terms of mechanics in the game, and dealing with enemies who are just like going, "No, I don't want to fall down," with weapons that just do not do enough damage.
I don't think I have much else I can do on my own. Not because obviously because I've made my checks.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm not
Damn,
sure
that's fair.
if
Sorry, one more second
I'm not sure if like some of the items for like quests are triggered behind logic checks of you've completed this dungeon, you can now do the side quest. So
Well,
like,
you
I
should
don't
do-
know what I can do.
What you should do is, obviously Rebecca should
Oh.
open her game to multiplayer, and you should just join her game and assist in making money. Wouldn't that be nuts? Oh my god! You know the idea I had about 4-player Stardew Multiworld. What if it's 4-player multiplayer 4-world multi-world? So it's everyone
16
is
players.
No. It's 4 players, but each world is open to all 4 players. So like,
Oh, I see.
if you're locked in your
You
world,
can
you
help
can join
people.
someone
Yeah.
else's world. Yeah, like, wouldn't that be absolutely nutty?
I did think of another idea, just because of what Point Crow did, where he did Archipelago Emerald. He did an Archipelago Solok, and I think that would be funny as shit to do an Archipelago Solok and Emerald with someone.
I'll do it. I don't
That
know.
sounds insane.
I have
It
never
does.
played
It sounds
never
crazy.
played Emerald. I've played Sapphire and Ruby. Never played Emerald.
Well, okay, story-wise is not missing much. I don't know. I think like it's just slightly. I think it's just a better game. I think between the two, it obviously puts both stories together as well.
Okay, I thought you stumbled.
But I think like the differences are very minor. I think there's the Pokemon you can capture. There's some story changes, and it's just like it's a little more difficult but good.
This is gonna be the first stream I've done where I've not killed a single boss or made any major
but if-
progression.
Aaron, if you did that,
Alright,
would each
I'm
player have
regressing.
corresponding
I'm regressing,
class
goddamn.
specs and then end up getting depressed?
Oh god, I'm
I
regressing.
don't know if
this?
that's
Skill.
I don't know what that's in reference to, Demi.
What did he
What
say?
did
I told
I
him
said-
you read it out.
Oh, I was saying I was getting depressed.
No, what did Demi say?
Okay, but Darren, if you did that, would each player have corresponding class specs and then end up getting depressed? I'm not sure what in reference
No,
to what
yeah.
that is.
Backgrounds?
If it's related
I
to the
don't know.
background,
He's
that's
supposed
like
to be on
a
a
while.
delay.
Yeah, but he's using my audio, so I'm not entirely sure what the delay is. That's
Hopefully
why,
not
that's
that
why I'm
long.
asking. That's what because if it's not that long, that was a while ago. I'm trying to think of what he's. I don't know what he's talking about. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Unusual class specs. I don't know.
I think I might take a break.
I'm
from
already
this
getting
course
depressed
here.
that I'm failing to make any significant progress this stream due to just being bad.
High five,
Alright,
dude.
so
Same, man.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Rebecca, but you need to be the only one making thing.
I mean, I'm getting there. I'm making progress. I started the stream at 45,000 gold, and I'm at 79,000.
Hey,
That's pretty good.
Save it.
Audio
You need like
delay
100.
from
You need like
it is
100,000,
like
right?
20
Yeah, and
seconds.
I need to hit 100,000.
Okay, so it's 20-second delay. Okay, but okay, so can you bring us the context of what you're asking about? Because apparently I have a memory of a goldfish today.
Same, yeah. Class specs and some shit.
Oh, we should definitely, like, Homestuck needs to be done. Me and Darren need to do a Homestuck, even if it's fate-based.
This is
Homestuck
gonna
is too
hurt.
fun.
It would have
This
to be a
is gonna
fate-based
hurt.
system.
Yeah.
I don't think any other system could even relatively come close to dealing with Homestuck's bullshit. I will say, I did love, there was a old role play, like the group, did a lot of D&D shows and whatnot. They did a Star Wars game that I always thought was great,
Why did you go straight to desperation move? What the fuck?
where they
Oh,
had
Darren.
they had
talking
one
about
party.
running
They had one party in doing the light side and one party playing a dark side party, and the like light points would work by like if the light side finished the game with like 3 points flicked to the GM, then the next game, the dark side game, would start with those 3 points on their table able to be used. It was really cool.
Please don't do that again.
Darren was talking about running a game where everyone was from different worlds where they could travel to other people's worlds. When people bring this up with Darren, I'm not sure if he's talking about his current campaign.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure that's sort of a goal with his current campaign.
So, I think Dimitri's more referencing the one, like the game that ends up sounding very Persona-y.
Yeah.
I think wasn't it the one where you went to multiworlds or whatever?
You stay on you're on a world like Earth, and then you can project to a different specific world and do things in that world. There was another version where you project it into people's minds, and it's all memory based, and you can like help people get over trauma and stuff like that.
That's called Persona.
Yeah,
That's called
but then
Persona 4.
yeah, that was a
Go
whole
on.
thing I thought of initially, but I axed that because I'm like, well, I started thinking about like some of the bad jobs you can be offered for money, and I go, wow, this is getting really dark. I don't want to play a game
Yep.
about those themes.
That just sounds like Persona 4.
Like getting paid
That's
by
why I don't
getting paid
like
by
the
like
catch
someone with a lot of money to essentially go into the mind of a victim and make them forget about the thing that happened to them. Like that's not okay. I don't want to play a game where that's an active point. Yeah. Problem is, if you give players the option to do the bad thing, you have to accept if they choose to do it.
I'll just tell them no.
So, like, but that sounds like that's honestly an interesting thing. Not in the sense of like, oh yeah, obviously they should have a choice. But that's like an interesting thing to pull with like a client who's pretending to be good, right? And just trying to like, by doing this mission the way that you're doing it, like you can find out like, they're like, oh, my wife is suffering from this traumatic event, and I would just like to ease her pain. If you could like go in and remove the memories of this, that'll be beneficial. And then when you go in and you see the psyche, you find out, oh, the husband's a fucking piece of shit, but like it's something you can miss. And if you'd miss it, like you've helped him out, but obviously he's gonna do something with that. I think that'd be a fun little thing to do. Like it wouldn't force them to do a bad thing. Like
Yeah, no, like you would never force a player to make those choices again. But if you want to put a theme like that on the table for money in a game where it's incentivized around making bank, then you have to be willing to accept the consequences of the party chooses to take the morally bankrupt option for the quick payout.
yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I like to write sad stories.
Alright, too many.
But there's a limit to how far I'm willing to go with some of those stories.
Yeah.
Which everyone should have a
Plus-
limit on how far you take those kind of themes.
Yeah. Plus, I think that's a good way to like that's a good quest to give someone like maybe 3 or 4 successful missions in where
Yeah.
they know that they're helping people, and then it's like, yeah, you've been duped. It's
Oh,
like,
dude.
what? It's like, yeah, you did a bad thing by accident.
And you got paid for it, and now you're essentially, oh, fuck me. You're a accomplice to someone who did a very bad thing. How do you feel?
It's like,
Bad? Good,
Sad.
that's what you're meant to feel. You're meant to feel bad about this. It's meant to be bad.
I feel rich.
I feel like I've gotten money, and
Like my pockets are heavier.
I want more.
Employed. What a quote.
I feel like I get paid vacation days.
In my own game, I've made my life a lot more difficult purely on the fact that I've made it so every one of the PCs is out from a different world, and they have to fucking, solve problems, and they're currently on one of the players' worlds, like planes, and there's the potential of them jumping between each other's planes.
Then embrace that.
And so I have to essentially make 5 full material planes and fill it with like plot and fun things to do.
Did I really not beat Zigbar last time? Was I just that bad. I think I was.
Do 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 do.
I'm starting to remember doing this, but I don't remember beating him.
Dear David T66, if
Oh,
you
did
were
I
a
get
real
into the
person,
end? Oh.
probably not, mate. I don't have time for that shit. But your message seems like something a bot and a fisher would use. So, good luck with your potential scam.
That's more than I give him.
I mean, yeah, you might as well wish him good luck. It's only nice to be kind, okay? Do 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 do. We.
Winds guard me.
I am getting better at fighting this fucking boss, but I am just depressed that it's been nearly 2 hours and I've yet to make any actual progress, aside from picking up a few things like getting Rebecca a foraging level and the and the cinema.
Hey, that's more than I've done.
Oh, that's right. I have the
Next
cinema.
mission,
I should.
Obama comes up to you asking if you get a foreign diplomat's mind to change the perception of his war crimes in the Middle East.
What?
Dimitri's talking about the psyche thing. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that's a way to dupe people, for sure. Like, make someone come in to go deal with this guy. It turns out to be some fucking government conspiracy from, like, a politician wanting to get re-elected. That's an obvious, like, mission that they should, like, succeed at, but it's not a good thing that they do.
Damn it. That's what I was gonna do. Like, my idea was make a celebrity or someone of, like,
Ah, damn, I missed it. Fucking
someone of
badly.
a local cultural renown with like a very positive like cultural impact. Like this guy's like, oh yeah, this guy's great. He's like in the local church and he helps people out all the time and he helps support like the impoverished and he's such a good moral person. And you're like, yeah, go into this person's mind and make them forget these horrible things I did to them and their family. So I can keep this upstanding image of me being a moral, great person in the community. And you're like, wow, that's horrible. Is this how this guy has maintained this positive image this whole time? But he's offering to pay me a lot of money for it, so...
Whatever.
I would love to do a Persona 5 stream. Or Persona 5 Royal with Kay and other people who want to listen. Just so I can spend the entire time shitting on people who, like, are catchy.
Who's he catching?
Oh, you're from Persona 4, obviously.
Adachi? Adachi?
No.
Dude, fucking, I knew Adachi was a bad guy. I didn't know fucking he was gross.
He was creepy.
I thought he was just like, oh, he's using the situation for his benefit.
No.
And he is like, oh no, he's a pedophile. Like, oh, okay. It was weird. It was very weird. Like, at least with, what's his name? Not a catchy. Shido. At least, like, Shido is just like...
You don't just want to rule.
He just wanted to rule, and, like, his things were like, yes, I want to be in charge forever. But Adachi is just like, well, the first two victims are only victims I had control over. I only attacked them because they didn't want to have sex with me. And I'm an incel. Oh yeah, dude, like the second victim of his is the what's her name? The Yosuke's like senpai that he likes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it the high school girl that
Yeah.
Yosuke had a connection with? Like, because that's like how he gets involved.
Yeah. One of the lines that like Adachi's scene has is like, it's very
Fucking
creepy
hell.
in the sense of like, I knew you were talking to that guy. Like I thought we had something special, sort of like creepy ass shit. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
He
Oh,
is in
he's
high
just-
school, sir.
he's just a bad person. Like yeah, Shido was just a bad person, but he's also got like magnanimity and royalty. He wants to be in charge. He wants to rule other people. Dachi's like doing it for the love of the game, and is also a creep. Like it's very
I found the button.
harsh.
Found the button.
And Akechi
And
just
then-
had daddy issues and just also happened to like killing people.
It just happened.
That's the number one thing that I get. Like, oh, he's like such a baby girl. It's like, no, he murdered
No,
people.
he's not a baby
man.
girl.
He was very fine with murdering people.
Like, yes, he has daddy issues, and he did it because he had daddy issues, but he did enjoy the murdering people.
He
aspect.
did. Yeah. He wasn't like, oh, I hate doing this, but if it makes Daddy Shido like me, then fine. Like,
He was like, I'm all about the murdering. Who doesn't
he
love
was
the
like, "Oh,
murdering?
this is what it takes to please you? Tight.
Alright, well, that's
Apparently
it, you know?
Apparently there's some dialogue in Royal where like he's like semi like trying to
Oopsie.
apologize for his like
I know.
kind of apologize for his actions in between missions, and Ryuji's like, well, we only did it because of Joker, not you, so shut up. And someone's like, oh, this seems very out of character for Ryuji.
What?
I'm like, no, Akechi's just a shithead, and the only person who likes Akechi is Joker. And even me playing Joker, I hate Akechi. He's only here because he has to be. I'm not giving that man any like good credits. Yes, it's sad what happened to him. He could have done anything else with his life.
True.
So the idea is
I
like,
just
yeah,
know
something
the
should
gay
happen to
alley.
you.
It's like,
Like something should happen to you doesn't give you the right to be a shit person as well.
Like, I would love if there was a scene where he apologizes for what he did to Haru, and Haru just is like, the only reason you're like alive right now is because Joker said so. I would thrive if Haru threatened something like that.
oh.
Nah, 8's
I
fine.
mean, if it's going to be anyone, it would be him.
Yeah. Or her ex-boyfriend, but you know, he was already dealt with.
Yeah, but the ex-boyfriend didn't murder her father.
Yeah,
Almost did, though.
That was a risk. Okay.
I
I
just
think
don't know. I
Joker
feel
would
like,
just be like, I hope you learn that you're a shitty person and like try to improve.
yeah, I feel like people think it's like, oh, this is all about like redeeming oneself and feeling better and all that. Like some of the stories, it's like, yeah, like that is, but for the heroes, and I'm sorry to tell you this, Akechi, not a good guy, and I know you like him because he's baby girl or whatever, but not for me, thanks. I prefer my evil characters to be evil, and like I can be like, I can understand what he's going through, but also he's done terrible things.
I'm allowed to have unredeemable bad guys.
Like Thanos, like fully understand what he wants out of the world. Could have easily just doubled all the resources in the world, but he decided on the genocide path. Like
No,
that's
we
on
can't create, we
him.
can only destroy.
You can only destroy, except for those times I've created.
Oh, damn, I can't do this.
I would love if, like, if
the
there was a
only
comic
way.
where Thanos is like, well, now time to destroy everything. What if his advisor is like, sir, instead of halving our population, why don't we just like triple the resources?
Mr.
Would that
Thanos, just a thought.
would that not help out everyone in the galaxy? No.
Listen, as we all know, Thanos also killed half of all plants, so all he wanted was dirt and water.
I'll give him points for the royal ending where it's like, no, I did what I did. I'd rather die than have that change be forgiven. So, no, I deserve it. Yeah, I actually haven't played Royal. I just know sort of what the story is. But, like, I know that, like, I believe Akechi is, like, one of the only people who, like, sort of get what happens in the third trimester. I'm not entirely sure, though. I have to play Royal. Definitely on the list.
Do it.
That's a risk. I didn't
You
know.
know,
I didn't. Oh my god, that was so stupid of me.
I think Persona 4 Remake got announced in a way that was even funny than
Yeah.
Persona 3 got announced.
Okay.
It's sort of a funny and a not funny situation, but like Yuri Lowenthal was like on Blue Sky is like, oh, I am not playing Yosuke in the remaster, basically confirming that the remaster's happening. And yeah, I guess people are upset that he's not playing Yosuke, which is like understandable, but at the same time, I don't know what they were expecting. Like, I assume that we're gonna have a full recast with that as well, like, because they did that with 3. I've seen like arguments like they only did it with 3 because of one of the voice actors, and I'm like,
No.
that was if it was just one of the voice actors, they would have casted one person. They recasted everyone. I can see people like wanting him to be there, and I'm not gonna shame you for doing that, but I also think it's completely logical on whoever's dubbing them that they will do that. Well, I like 4. It's not like I don't necessarily care enough. Like, I like the voices, and the thing is, Persona 4 Golden's not going anywhere. So like, just play that if you want to hear Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just like a graphical and like a voice cast change, all the dialogue's the same. You can just mod Yuri Lowenthal's lines into the new one.
I think it's gonna be what
Is it gonna be like a
Reloaded
full
will be.
revamp?
I assume so.
Oh.
Yeah, not just like a port.
What are you arguing about, Kate?
Or like, yeah, port with some
I-
extra endgame stuff.
I died. He was at no health left.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I
Yeah,
got it, though. I can do it.
I think it's gonna be a remaster. Like, if they're gonna remake. If they're just gonna remaster it, that's just like they could have done that. I think they did do that when they ported all over to the computer, right? I feel like they updated the graphics a little bit.
Yeah, worth it.
But I feel like it's gonna be a remaster, and there'll be different dialogue, and who knows if Marie is gonna be there. But if they remake 4 and only 4, then you lose like your nighttime activities, because apparently they didn't happen until Marie came in Gold. So
Yep.
like,
To give you more time.
so hopefully they keep that aspect of it, because God playing with half the actions available to you would be very like. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you get every single social link done and read every book.
You don't read.
You just don't read books. I'm sorry.
You don't read. Just socialize. That's all you need.
I think.
Yeah, I had no
for
idea from
3.
what it was.
Nobody turned it down. I mean, everyone in 3, I think, showed up as minor characters and Reloaded, which hopefully they're gonna do for 4. But like, I think, as someone pointed, like it's gonna be a shitty scenario that the new voice actors are gonna be thrust in, because they're already up to this measure of people who are like, well,
Yeah,
this
that
cast
already
is
don't want 'em.
perfect, and it's like, well, give them a chance. We haven't even had an
Persona-
official
Persona
announcement
3
the game
did good.
came out.
Persona 3's videos were good. But also, Sai was in it, so I'm like, yay, thumbs up. But like, that was more than me, though.
I think legally Yuri didn't break NDA because he didn't sign an NDA. He just said that he didn't participate. So like,
Now
I
have it
mean,
here.
same as Chie. Chie's voice actress isn't playing her in the remake either, from what has been happening. But I'm excited. I'm going to enjoy it. I want to see what they do.
How dare you enjoy something?
I want to see if they can get the same unsettling vibe through the Adachi sprite that he has
I did it again.
already,
That's really
but
interesting.
remastered. Yeah, there's something about his sprite that's like interesting.
I think it's the
That might-
really wide eyes.
Yeah, and like, and when I say like I don't really mind the voice actor switching, I really like. I do love the performances in the game. I think everyone that was in Golden like fits the character great. Like probably one of the best voice casts I've heard. Surprisingly, I need to hear I need to watch the animation to actually hear Matt Mercer as Kanji to actually like have a comparison, because Thing was still doing it to that to Golden's point. I think he only switched when the anime came out, when he was doing something else.
I think he was doing... Yeah, there was something he was doing at the time. I can't remember, though.
I think the only one that I'm gonna be like, I think Johnny Young Bosch fucking kills it as Adachi, and
Oh my god, that he's a Dachi?
you. Yeah, and you, and the protagonist.
Yeah,
But I mean,
he's
I think-
hilarious.
I think, oh god, that's some interesting scenes to have, like, doing the lines for them back and forth.
Well, you doesn't really do
Or, like,
lines in
Or just
the
like,
Donald.
like the idea of like that you're talking to your other character.
yeah. Use only lines
Thing.
in the game are just like shouting the personas' names, so it's like
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, sorry, yeah, for you it's fine because it's just the like stuff that gets repeated.
But I would love to
Combat or not.
see. I assume he talks in the anime, so that would be
He
fun
does,
to see.
actually, yeah.
So I do want to see a Yu and Adachi talk. I'm not sure if they have. different
There's a
people in the
reason
anime.
why everyone in the community calls him Chad Yu, because he just is smooth as fuck.
yeah.
But yeah, Johnny on Blush is great. But honestly, I think the character I'm gonna have trouble with, like, accepting, I guess, is the best way. I will always accept it, but, like, it's gonna be very interesting to see. Fucking Yukiko's voice actress is, like, perfect for Yukiko's character. Like, that is 100% the voice I think of when I, like, listen to Yukiko talk and read her dialogue. So, like, I want to see what they do. Obviously, I think the new cast is gonna do fantastic. But I like, if there's any concern, I guess, if you can call it that, not that there is any, it will be like, I wonder what they're gonna do with Yukiko, because that's, like, honestly a perfect voice. She's very, like, she has the air of intelligence and, like, full-on dork that Yukiko is. I love Yukiko. She is such a good character. She's just funny to be around. She finds everything dumb and laughs and, like, perfect. But I think, as I said before, I think Persona 4 is probably, I need to play more. I think Persona 4 has one of, like, the most divergent, like, choices of, like, who you want to date in the game, and, like, decisive, like, these are all good fucking characters. At least in 5 you can go, well, I don't want Oya. I don't know anyone who will want Oya. And while the challenge is, like, more difficult within the party, in 5, I do think it was easier to say no to An and Futaba than it is to choose between Makoto and Haru. Because I just like them both.
Okay, fuck me.
Not that I dislike An, it's just like, I feel like An is, like, best friend who is a girl energy more than girlfriend, you know?
No, we're not allowing that.
I'm fucking up hard.
Win.
It's funny, I mentioned earlier when I play this, I'm good with great swords. I have been given an ultra great sword. I never use ultra great swords. It's a learning experience, especially using a level 1 ultra great sword versus a relatively late game part of the boss, especially since that boss is the final boss of one of the DLCs. I'm having a rough time.
Yeah, dude. Tell me about the pain. I need to share.
I'm trying to like find ways to make this easier for me. I got him down to, like, about a third health left.
Fuck me. I hit the
but
wall.
his phase 2, which happens when he's low enough health, has so many extra attacks and AoE shit going on. And the arena I'm fighting him on is so small compared to where you normally fight him. And has motherfuckers shooting shit, like, onto the battlefield you have to dodge on occasion. But, I'm like, trying to buff up and whatnot. I'm actually running out of buffing items going into this fight. I'm just hoping I can stop fucking up and just lock in.
I do hope for the remaster of 4 that they fucking turn down some of the Yosuke, like, things that he says. It's just, and Teddy. If they turn down Teddy to, like,
Oh yeah.
a tenth of his energy, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, if Yosuke is just a little bit less of an asshole to people and stop bringing up fucking stupid shit that he brings up.
He's just a little dumb boy.
Also, give me more, like, fucking, like, with the cross-dressing event, give you options to be, like, fully invested in the situation, because that's how I took it. It's like, oh, you want me to, well, if the girls have to participate in this contest because we forced them to, and they put us in this competition,
You'll like the anime.
I want you to 100% go into it with, like, the ability to win. Just like, yeah, I'm down, let's fucking go. I'm going hard, I'm going to win.
You will like the anime.
No way Teddy should have won
You're
that.
big
Fuck me.
No way Teddy should have won that. He's a freak. Couldn't know how
I think
Teddy
Teddy
won.
still wins that, but you still
He's
like
the
the
petite boy.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but you is playing a delinquent, and delinquent girls are cool.
I'm just saying all games that have remakes should absolutely fucking send it with those modes. Like how Final Fantasy VII Remake just fucking sent it with the part where it's like, in the game, it's like, get this item, get this item, get this item, yeah, now you can sneak in as a girl. And then the remake is like, do all these quests, have this amazing fucking dancing minigame, do this in...
cool.
It was absolutely based. Like, one of the best parts of that game full Yakuza energy in that
Hey, answer
moment,
report.
and it's what is the best about it.
Yeah. And plus, we can definitely pray for gay romance. I sadly
Pray
think
for the
that
gays to come.
it'll never happen. I hope to be proven one day. But please, like if you could, that'd be fun. Even if it's like a select character. I don't know who it would be in 4. They probably have to make a whole one, because I don't know. Like, the things, yeah, some of the things Yosuke says is like, oh, he wants to date the guy, but it's also very much he's a straight man. Very much. Like, honestly, I don't know how you're getting that vibe from him.
I mean, let the community dream.
No.
I mean, obviously, that's the community dream. I just don't know how you get the vibe from him.
He's just too dude, bro. Not as much as Ryuji, to be fair,
Yeah.
but getting close.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
But
we didn't
even
have
then-
Ryuji.
Kanji? The thing is, Kanji isn't gay, and that's the biggest discourse that people have with his character. Like, Kanji and Naoto, like, Persona 4 Remake is gonna just...
I
it's
don't know
gonna
what they're
bring
gonna do
back-
about that. Yeah.
It's gonna bring back, because, like, obviously, if you're part of those communities that see aspects in what happens to Kanji and Naoto's storylines, 100% valid. If you find those things and those are like aligning to you with those stories, it makes sense. I'm not gonna deny you that, but it's also not their stories that they're intending.
No.
Kanji isn't gay. Kanji is suffering in a world where the things he likes to do are considered girly, and he's in a place of toxic masculinity. And that's his story. Like, he obviously likes Naoto. Yes, he liked him when he thought he was a boy, but he also knows he's a girl and also still likes her. So, like, if it is Kanji, just make him bi. That's all you need to
Just
do
make
with
it bisexual.
Kanji.
That's what you have to really do.
And Naoto doesn't...
Yeah,
Naoto
yeah.
doesn't want to be a man in the sense that she wants to be male. She's in a society where her
Yep.
dream job is filled with men, and she will not get the respect because she's both A, a kid, and B, a woman.
Yeah.
That's her storyline. And obviously, if you see trans parallels in that, 100% valid. But I don't believe that's the story, at least in the way that I've interpreted it.
I missed you, Goofy. Damn it. That was my only chance.
See, Goofy missed you too.
Nope, I got it.
I missed you too, Sora. Why didn't you look at me do it?
Thank you, AJ.
This is my
Thank
one
you for following
chance.
with the joke.
That discourse is gonna be...
Idiot.
That discourse is gonna open again, and
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be fun to do it.
watching.
I mean, it's every time a Persona game comes out, the discourse comes out, and it's just like... You're valid for what you're thinking.
I'm
The
sorry
way
that you're
Atlas
wrong.
is-
Yeah.
The way that
valid, but
Atlas...
you're
You're valid, but you're wrong, and it's not because I want you to be wrong, it's because how Atlas is portraying the characters.
Yeah. It's just a case of I wish these kind of topics were covered in games from those particular companies, but they're not. And if you think they are, we're okay with you thinking
Oh,
that.
they do
But
that.
unfortunately, we wish there was more representation, but sadly there is not.
They
Why
do, they do need to turn down, because it's sort of ramped up with the gay thing, like the anti-gay message in 5 with the 2 cross-dressers. They need to cut that shit out a little bit.
A little bit.
Or again, give me options where I go with them and are 100% down with it.
Yeah. Every game should allow for 1,000,000% send it as an option.
Like, I think that's just the Yakuza in me. When Majima dresses up as a woman and you go on a date with him, I'm fully invested. Give me more of that.
I mean, it's like it's like in Persona 5, where there's that quote, which is like, you go date the teacher, and she's like, no, we can't, I'm your teacher. And you have the voice line of, that's the best part? Like, that's the send it you're after.
Yeah, give me that. Give me more energy. There is
more of that
discourse.
shit.
There is so fucking much discourse on that I've seen recently of Kamoshida versus Kawakami in Persona 5, and it's like, oh, it's the same thing, and it's like, are you fucking blind in any way? It's like, yeah, they're both pedophiles. Like, yes, but one's a rapist. Let's get that straight. First of all, second of all, Kawakami doesn't hit on us. We hit on her, and she agreed. It was the other way around. She actively tells you that I'm a teacher and you're a student, and then you say, "But that's the best part," and that's how that happens.
Yep. And
Kamoshida didn't give people an option. You see, he's sort of also full center in a very bad way.
Some people should not full send it.
Yeah, him, one of them.
Okay.
oh god, I'm going in circles today.
Yo, same. I'm just not
Also,
making any
like-
fucking progress what I'm doing today.
You're grabbing stuff at least, my dude.
No, I'm not anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I think Yakuza does like. Kiryu's like one of the like best characters in fiction. He's generally accepting of everyone, and even if he isn't, he's willing to learn. That's
Yeah.
a good boy right there.
It's like Hank Hill.
Yeah. Plus, he does Yaoi. He does voice lines for
Thanks.
Yaoi in one of the games. It's a fantastic subplot. Yakuza is like my... Phoenix Star and Yakuza are my very big two Hey You Should Play series. I think everyone should play Yakuza 0. I think it's a perfect game to play. And Phoenix Star is just a fun game.
I just
I like
Yakuza 0
Right.
doesn't. I tried Yakuza 0 multiple times. My issue is that I am a completionist in games. I like to get
Yeah,
every item, do every side quest. I don't consider a game done until I've experienced
That's great.
everything it can give me. And Jesus
Yeah, no,
Christ, does Yakuza punch you in the face for that idea? There's so much to do, and there's so many things locked behind story progression, and then not told that if you don't do things at the right time, you just miss out. And that just hurts me. The only thing worse than that to me, the games that don't tell you you're going to miss out on things, is infinite repeatable side quest games.
I fell into that with the Thieves Guild in Skyrim.
I have been doing Kingdom Come Deliverance in my own time. I'm playing some of that. A lot of fun. One of the very first side quests you get in the game is like, go and beat up these dudes. Like, it's the money, you beat them up, you get a little bit of gold. Like, barely anything. And after you beat up the last guy, and you get like the most gold reward, which is like $8, it's like nothing. Because it's so early in the game. They're like, you can challenge him again. Infinite repeating side quests. And I'm like, awesome. So this is never leaving my quest log? Fuck me.
Yeah, no, for sure Yakuza likes to kick you when you're down. Like, I am one of those people as well. Like, I don't do it for every game I play. I do select games that are like, I would be down to 100% that. Like, Persona 5 was one of them. Recently, when I played Okami, I was like, yeah, like that. And Hollow Knight's like, I'd be down to do that, but any game that's got beat game in under X minutes challenge or X
not
hours, I'm like, not happening. I'm playing it like as many times as I want to. If I don't 100% it, it won't kill me.
Exactly.
But Yakuza is very much a do every mini game to a certain extent. Like, that's like one of the reasons I stopped playing my 100% run of Zero is because I am forced to. I'm not even up to like chapter 1 of the game. I'm still in the prologue because I'm doing everything I can do as Kiryu before progressing. And some of that is play old video games
I hate
and
that.
drive a car real good. And I'm like, I will get back to it one day, but I have to learn how to play a game inside a game right now.
Yeah, I tried that, where it was like, hey, this thing I'm doing now is locked behind this tiny little side quest game. And then I did that for like an hour and a half and was like, yep, I ain't done it yet.
My friend I don't know if he's done, but he was working on 100%ing all the Yakuza games.
Oofed.
I can't remember if it was 0 or 3, but one of them, like, you have to play Mahjong.
Damn it.
And I think you have to be good at Mahjong. And I think that took him a long while, and he was getting annoyed at that because he had to learn Mahjong.
I did learn a little bit of Mahjong playing it. I completely forgot all my Mahjong at a later date. Like, it's a good way to learn Mahjong, I'll say that. Mahjong.
Fuck me.
But
Yeah, because I think we were like hanging out as a group one time, and he brought his stuff over, and he was in the middle of working on it, and he's just like, I hate this so much, but I have to do it.
They're not making like happy progress. Like,
I in $2,000 I think I'll be, according to Rebecca
Nice.
Strain.
that's
Yep.
I think
great.
I'll be making progress.
If I
No,
I can
don't.
go
I will
over
end
it.
this day. Actually, there is one.
You know what, fuck it,
There
fuck
is
it,
one
I'm done.
hurdle.
Oh, there's one
We
hurdle.
can, yeah, but it's because I still need the rainbow shell to
Yeah.
to get the bouncer card. But that
Yeah.
is down to chance.
Is that? I bet you're in summer, which is good.
Yeah,
that's
so
when it
yeah,
drops,
so I
right?
don't. Yeah, you can get it from the beach during summertime, or
Trade-off.
Demetrius can send it to you as a gift, or you
Oh.
can get it from Jazz or Vincent at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have I don't have winter, so that one's just not an option, and that's a very low chance. You have to wait an entire month for it to happen.
I haven't actually done super many storylines in. Sorry, I'm looking at your cutscene. I've always found Emily's
Oh,
story to be a bit weird. Like her, I guess her social link, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, she's just doing her own thing.
She's vibing. I'm chill with it, but she's also just
Wasn't
like.
Emily like a last edition?
It seems like very like
I think
disconnected. Like each of her story arcs seems to be very disconnected from the last.
Yeah, I don't actually I don't remember them all in order. I think I remember this one. I remember
Yeah.
her last one, and then oh, actually no. Okay, yeah, I remember a couple of them, but yeah,
Damn
yeah,
it.
you're right. They're all very. They don't like flow exactly.
Why did I do that? Why
Like,
did I do that?
I think if you rearrange the order, like what hard event goes where, I don't think it would change much.
Emily's,
Except the last one, which needs to stay where it is.
Are you talking about like development, Dimitri? Because I think that's what Kay was saying, that she might have been like one of the last ones to be added to the game in terms
I
of
think-
development cycle.
I think that's why Clint is like focused on Emily initially. Oz.
Yeah, if like honestly, like give
Yeah.
me either a Clint route or like hooking Clint up route. The boy needs help, and he's a bit
Yeah,
of
he
a
really
creep if you don't.
Oh, Goofus, good job.
Yeah, it's like if you're not gonna take it, like if you're not planning on dating Emily, at least help.
Yeah, at least help the boy out.
Because that was me on my first round. I was like, well, like I'm
Oh my-
locked into Sebastian, so I want to help you, bud, but it won't let me.
Oh my
That should
god.
definitely be something Concerned Dave puts in for the next patch, just to be like help buddies out. If you could be like a
Allow-
bro, if you could be a bro to like yes, like if you're vanilla and you play with that polyamory like I don't, 'cause
Like I
why
don't.
not date everyone, idiot? If you could just help, like yeah, help Sebastian with Abigail and help Penny and Thing get together. Let Alex and Haley hang out.
Is Penny with Sam?
Penny and Sam.
Is that who- Yeah, in the Flower Dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a less connected one because I don't think do they ever talk do they do anything together outside of dancing at the flower dance?
I think there are a couple scenes where they like hang out with one another. Like not an actual like scene, but like you can see them talking and chilling.
This is all news to me
I seem
because I play Stardew Valley.
Mara on
And
the bench.
so
I don't care
I
about
it
the
was
social
Sam.
aspects.
yeah, I play Stardew Valley in the terms that the townsfolk are optional.
Enough.
Yes, that's how some people play.
Yep, people don't matter
Alright, well, I wanna go
unless
out.
the only benefit the townsfolk have for me is I will date one of them to force them to work on my farm. I don't care.
Damn it.
Once your animals fed and your crops watered.
And then yeah, once I've automated all my
And
crop
your fence is
watering, I don't
fixed.
even need them. I'll divorce them. Can my kids
They're
water
only
crops?
useful if I
No.
get them early.
Yeah. And I ain't
Um,
speedrunning relationships. I got too much fishing to do.
But
Hi, Goofus.
what was I saying?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but like you can help people out. That'd be fun. Give you
Yeah.
thing to do.
do one where you can like tell Marnie and Lewis that it's okay that if they want to be a couple and that the town won't shun them.
Fuck.
But
Yeah,
also
what?
give me the option to ruin his life because he's a shit mayor.
Wow.
Give me the option to run for mayor and make him like homeless.
Again, would 100% do that. I would love to become mayor, like only 3 years after living in town, because people respect me more than the man who's got a golden statue of him hidden in his backyard.
Done. No, after you complete the community center, you have the chance of being able to run for mayor.
And it's like, well, why wouldn't they vote for me? I've been their loyal mayor for years. Like, yeah, I
Like,
sort of brought back prosperity to the town.
You know that community center? Yeah, that was all me.
Restored the abandoned building and brought the magic of the Draminos back to the land.
Also, you
How
know,
do you do on a casual Wednesday?
I didn't spend the
Remember-
town's fucking. Oh, well, that was a bad time heal. I didn't spend the town's fucking tax dollars on a golden statue of myself.
Oh, you know that,
We don't know how long that statue's been around. Maybe it was a gift from the governor.
Don't care.
you know that, you know,
Maybe it was
especially
from a time
having,
when the town was prosperous.
especially having the golden statue in front of the, near the person who doesn't have a home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could probably see it from the backyard. I gave him a home.
They walk out the front of their house and they see that statue in your backyard.
While they're walking to the saloon, which is the only place
Yeah,
they go.
you know.
No, not the house, obviously. It's their
Trailer.
RV that they live in.
Sorry, their car.
That's like a house.
I look like garbage.
That's a house on wheels. So shut up.
car.
Really.
So, Kay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How close are you to committing quit on your challenge?
Oh, committing like absolute nuclear.
Just like quit the level
Dropping
1
the
and go
level 1,
straight into like just power level up and go nuke. Yeah. How close?
Not yet. I'm feeling confident in all these fights. The problem is that some of them I really just cannot do without guard. That's like what's
Yeah, we're-
kind of stopping me.
And whose game is that
We're
locked in again?
working on it. I think it's in AJ's, but he needs the Zora armor.
Or the hook shot, one of the two.
Yeah, where everything else is.
If I get my Zora armor, this one area is gonna have
should've
like
done
so
this
many
instead.
chests for other people, I'm pretty sure. And the only
Zora
reason I
armor,
can't get to
great.
it now is because I'm fucking... It's because I can't breathe for long enough.
I'm just getting impatient now because I'm just so sick of this fucking boss fight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if for the sake of brevity of this, you know, of like, yeah, other people waiting for this and it being on stream, I do have a way to immediately get a rainbow shell.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
called the code ad. Code give.
Yeah, basically.
I cannot block this. What am I doing wrong?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
there
cheating,
is
but
a-
also I
there
don't give a
is
fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cheat that is approved of by the developer.
It's not
It's
like
fair.
it's not even like a cheat. It's just delaying the RNG necessary. Oh well, not delaying the other thing, like making the delay very small because it's just a wait for this day to happen.
Yeah, it's because yeah, the only other option is just me waiting for the days to pass for it to show up on the beach or for it to be sent to me in the mail.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
for
and-
me, it's like it's not like I have a lot of checks
there's
on my
no-
end. I
There's
have,
no
like, 6,
skill
7
involved.
checks possible total.
It's not like oh I can't, you know, like it's too tough to get or I don't want to get it, so I'm just gonna cheat it in.
Yeah, no, honestly, I say once you got the money, just do it.
Yeah.
Like at the
I
point
mean,
that it's fully locking AJ out of being able to play the game. If this is like, you know, not streamed, I would say fuck it. But it's fully stopping him from being able to play, like being locked out of
Yeah,
progression.
exactly.
Fuck off.
It's gonna hurt.
Alright, I might have the money tomorrow. Yeah, we're
Fuck.
good. I'll have the money for that and to get the item.
Oh, I'm depressed.
Haha.
Yeah, for
I'm
me,
just
it's like
thinking
actually-
all of my checks are like, yeah, they're boss checks for me, but also like, it's not that many checks behind the thing, and none of them seem to be at least on par for people. So I'm happy to keep banging my head just for my own challenge. Like, I can do a bunch of these with the tools I have, like right now. It's just that it requires me to do a lot better than what I'm currently doing. I'm just not that locked in, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, I'll check the beach one more time, and if it's not there, I'm just gonna get it myself. I'll give the game one more chance to do this legit.
Yeah. Because yeah, the current fight that I'm doing right now, I know I can beat right now. I've gotten him to 0. It's just that, well, game likes to be annoying sometimes. And some of his patterns are just a bit weird for me. And the only way you can see some of the patterns is by getting to that point in the fight.
I don't even know if it spawns over here. Nope. Okay, we got nothing.
Alrighty, let's check the log. Let's check
Because
the log.
basically every major boss has at least 2 phases with them. That like happens mid like combat. Not so much a cutscene, but just yeah, they just have a new moveset suddenly.
So I need Dream Chaser's ashes. Because they are causing... okay. Hinterland's Mithril Stone. Star-Cluster Kaylee. HT.
Say that one more time?
Hinterland's Mithril Stone.
Oh, wait,
Into...
hang on.
Hinterland.
Oh,
H.
no!
Area HT.
Halloween Town.
Halloween Town, Hinterland, Mithril Stone. So...
Pretty sure I've
I'm
gotten
up.
everything.
Ooh.
Hinterland. Yeah, Mithril was picked up. Yeah, that's done.
What?
Ooh, actually,
It's done?
I've definitely picked it up. For sure. The only thing in Halloween Town I have to do is beat Data Vexen. Or Absent Silhouette Vexen, which is the same.
I wonder if I can get there the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, Vexen bonus, slot,
Interesting.
Sora slot, AS Vexen, and Data Vexen. That's it for Halloween Town.
Okay, let's look up.
What am I doing? I need to quickly jump back in and go back to jumping.
Okay. Okay. There are new hurdles. I can't cheat it in just yet. Actually, no. Hang on. I just gotta do a couple extra steps and I should be okay. I just think I just need to
Oh,
buy...
yeah, no, that's done.
I'm hoping this works, because the easiest way to get it is you need to be friends with the wizard, and you need access to his, like, basement area. But I haven't... I have no hearts with the wizard, so I'm hoping that there is another way to teleport. He has a, like, teleportation circle there that takes you somewhere else. And I'm hoping that if I go in through the other side,
Might work?
it will, yeah, it will teleport me below. Because I think it does. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, if you go, actually, especially since I haven't unlocked it yet, you should be able to go there, and then when you teleport, you'll end up in the wizard's basement. It does put me back some money, but not much. I should, it's like money that I should be able to make back, while doing this anyway.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We did small snag, but I think I can work around it.
Fair enough.
It's gonna take longer than I initially thought.
That's all good.
Fuck you! That is actually illegal!
Yeah.
Alright. Come on, mate.
Might actually do anything else than run around in the field of Hyrule and collecting rupees I can't pick up. I might work on the one shot. You know, productive things with my time.
Why is that hurting my brain?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just... What am I doing wrong? Shadow's Archive probably isn't needed. Let's take that off. I could have probably won the fight if I didn't have Shadow's Archive. God damn it.
I should have everything else. It should just be Rainbow Shell in the thing, Beats at the Mayor's house, Void Essence, Soul Essence. And I think they're the only steps.
I shouldn't have sold those
Alright.
items. I can't be
Actually, I
that
might just cut this
idiot.
day early.
Finally trying Ember, Graveborn Ashes. No, that's not that.
Feeling like
Don't
I'm
remember
some idiot. for
Yeah,
doing
you
that.
need that. You need that.
Index
Kev.
time or...
Thank you.
AJ, have
need
you
your
done?
secret-
Have you done a fishing pole piece of a heart piece?
Yes.
Okay. I'm desperately because, like, according to the game, according to the wiki, after activating either of the Grave Warden Ashes or the Dream Chasers Ashes, it's supposed to unlock Infinite Titanite Shard purchase. And I have them both done. Like, you've gotten both of them, and it doesn't unlock it.
You have to actually beat the area.
Yeah, do you need a beat? Does the check only happen if you've beaten the actual boss and not collected the item?
No, so it's the ashes aren't from a boss. Those ashes are like special shop expansion ashes.
Oh, okay.
So all they do is make me have more shop space. And
I can have a look for you, but I believe I've done it already.
I'll double check Halloween Town as well if I need to.
yeah, oh, like I know because I know for a fact yours is done, Kay, because it unlocks the Saints Bident for me, and that's in the shop purchasable. So I know I've done that one at least. The other one I can't tell because it's replacing the only item that's a check is the dragon slumbering dragon crest ring gets turned into an ember, and it's hard to really tell if I purchased that or not. You know.
Sure.
The fact that some shop items are considered checks is quite confusing because you have to like, know which shop items are and are not checks. Alright, put the 3 heads in. I don't think that changes anything in the shops. Let's find out though. Because this, like
I had the wrong finger on the entire time.
that one thing will make a huge difference if I can purchase. Yeah, no, it's not there. I can purchase infinite of the next tier of twinkling of like other stuff, just not the first tier. I don't know why.
Alright.
I think I might have to just commit a purchase, get some souls, and buy a weapon.
At least I know I can get here really
good work.
easily.
Alright, we're good.
I feel happy knowing
No.
that. Goofy is up. Donald's not up though. Oppies. Oh, I don't know what I accidentally did.
My only
know, fuck
option
it.
is the Black
go
Knight's
for it.
Great Axe. That's it. That's my only option. Okay. I think I might have to commit.
Here, on the rock formation at the center of the pond, using the fishing hook, we can tackle on the hook, pull it down. I believe I've got that one already.
I think you do as well. I'm committing to I'm purchasing a weapon from a shop just to change what I'm currently using. So I'm back to the Black Knight's Great Axe because I believe this can be purchased off
we got
Twinking
fucked up
Titanite
so
at least,
badly.
which is just something different.
I don't know why. Every screen cap of this game,
Well, I'm already here.
the world is backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But
Duck
this
flare.
is-
Woo!
tweet that.
Soon I'm gonna run out of Twinkling Titan as well, which is gonna really fuck me.
Might actually do that.
Screw it,
You
AJ.
say my name.
You don't need souls.
Sora.
Sora.
I did actually.
Good.
All right.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I did actually forget that there is a different way to do this, and I didn't need the wizard. There is a always accessible. As long as you have the coop, there's an accessible way, or the barn.
Do I have?
This quest line is...
Fuck me.
Go on, continue your story.
Oh,
and then
no,
I'll...
I was just gonna explain what I'm actually doing.
No, yeah, go ahead. People should know.
Yeah,
So
so
they can appreciate.
basically, yeah. So for anyone who wants just any item in the game, I think as long as it can be in your inventory, so like, I don't know exactly how it works code-wise, but basically each item in the game is assigned a number. If you name something that number inside square brackets, whenever that name is mentioned, it just puts the item in your inventory. So I've
Okay.
gone to the Wizard's Shrine of Illusions, which allows you to change your appearance, name, favorite thing, etc., and just changed my name to the item code for the rainbow shell.
Mm-hmm.
So now whenever anyone in the game says my name in like a text box, it'll just give me the item.
What's to stop you
also
from
do it-
naming yourself like the item code for like iridium starfruit wine?
I don't know if I don't know if there's item codes for specifically like the iridium quality things. I haven't looked that up, but theoretically nothing. There's nothing stopping you from like giving yourself the item code for like say starfruit wine or just wine. Or even like there's nothing stopping you from doing it for prismatic shards or even the legend.
The Legend 27.
Yeah.
Alright.
Legend 27.
Education, new weapons training. I need you guys to desperately not give me a weapon until I beat this boss, because I've just spent all of my Twinkling Titanite on upgrading this freaking Black Knight Great Axe. A weapon that I have only used in this run ever.
Okay, I got it now.
And if I get another weapon, I am not only out of souls, I have no upgrade material left I can use, so I am just fucked until I can figure out what enemy's drop table was changed to include this upgrade material.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I get you a weapon on this, I'm not sorry.
That's fair.
I make no
way being
guarantees.
sorry.
Because if I
Since I'm trying desperately to get AJ to be able to get a bunch of checks.
Yeah, dude, absolutely go for that. Get as many checks as you can. Like, if I can kill this boss, it gives AJ a hook shot. Like, that's why I'm trying to kill this boss.
Okay.
If I get the Zora armor, I can get my other hook shot.
Yeah. Which means if we can kill this boss and you can get that Zora armor, we can get both hook shots. Aren't you locked from doing my thing until you get a hook shot, AJ?
I might be. Oh, yes, if it's hidden behind a Poe, the Poe's got the ball and chain's in the sky, and you need the claw shot in the sky.
Yeah, so it's literally like hook shot is locking everything.
I can't believe I forgot how this boss fight works.
Yeah.
What I was
Also,
gonna
yeah,
say.
It's just one side note for item things. You can also like rename animals to that, like chickens and cows and stuff. Because like Marnie says the name like immediately, she'll be like, oh, like little Henry's, go onto your coop now. So that's just immediately gives you the item.
What I was gonna say is the cutscene that Rebecca had with the wizard is funnier when the wizard's a female. Because then she also has a wife.
Bollocks.
Lesbian wizard.
They
Lesbian
still
witch.
say, did you see my ex-wife?
Yeah. Lesbian witch.
Woo!
Although, you sometimes say my name.
Oh.
The only person I need to find someone who's going to say my name.
Wouldn't Gunther say your name? Doesn't he call you farmer what your name is?
And do usually my usual go-to for this is like, because by the time I'm doing this, I usually have the key to the town by then. And if you talk to Gus, like before the saloon opens and he's working, like he says like, oh hello, farmer name, blah blah blah. But you can talk to him indefinitely. It's not like the talk to once a day for the other people. So you can just talk to him over and over again and have as much of the item as you want within the space of like 10 minutes, like 10 in-game minutes.
So you set up a macro where your name is like one of the most expensive items in the game to sell in like the thing, and then just go talk to him, and then just hit the macro where it just speaks to him once a frame until you get bored.
I didn't do it with a macro, but I did do that just like by spamming right click with where my name was the item code for the legend. Just I think because I had just learned about the cheat, and I was just so excited to be like, I could just keep doing this, and I'm printing money.
What was this program called that we used for school?
It's like finding out the infinite money cheats in The Sims.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I can build whatever I want?
Yeah, it's just a roundabout way of typing motherload.
Yeah.
My name is Methos.
I'm hoping that as soon as the saloon opens, so long as he's not at the desk, he'll still have that dialogue.
Come on, buddy. I need you to attack me.
Hello, Leo. That's great, kid. I still don't know why you're here.
Oh, that was a risk. Did not pay off.
I'm gonna get an A9.
Oh, my eye is so itchy. I don't know why.
So yeah, none of these reaction commands go for a whole 2 health bars even.
Ah.
I just
Oh wait,
figured-
actually no.
Okay.
Cutscenes are good. They might. Yes. Okay. We're good. Good. It's not the way I was expecting Gus to
Yo, what's up?
do this, but this works.
No, Gus was just like, well, I'm gonna be poor this month unless someone pays her bar bill. But she's also poor, so I can't force her to do that. Can you maybe say a thing? I wouldn't put you in this situation if I didn't have to.
Oh, itchy face.
Oh,
Worst
but
time.
you are. You're putting me in this situation.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh no. Man, I hope she doesn't walk in right now as we were talking about this.
And pay her bar bill.
Alright. Cool.
We
I'd
found
be
there
like,
was like a
what's wrong?
third option where you could just pay for it for her. It's like just tell her gently. Or even not directly, just be like, hey, the bar's not doing well, and I'll let you put 2 and 2 together.
God damn it. This is weapon I upgraded, deals literally double the amount of damage my previous weapon did, despite being a smaller weapon with the upgrades. And I was doing pretty good. I was down the boss to the second phase, and then I got killed by one of the bloody stage hazards firing a giant explosive at the screen. Sorry. I need to be quieter. Oh.
Jesus.
And with that one cutscene, I now have 5 rainbow shells. Where am I taking this? The train station.
Dun, dun,
Where do I go with this again?
dun.
Yes, I spent so long just trying to work out how to get it and like getting the money. So then when I did get it, I could just immediately go to the casino. Now I have it. It's like, wait, what am I doing with this again?
I just want to have a boss killed in this stream.
Why'd I do that?
I am unsuccessful.
Alright,
You can go back down.
good.
Glad I turned around and double checked that.
Oh, actually, I shouldn't. I think I can hold off. No, he's cute. Mr. He's gonna
Interesting.
say it. I should change my name back. Which I have to do through the way that I just left. Get everything else set up first.
Okay, god damn it. Ugh. How does a big old axe have more stamina consumption than a ultra great sword?
No, I'm dumb. I'm stupid and dumb.
What happened?
God bless. I'm just not entirely sure how much to greed on certain combos.
Ah, got you killed.
If you hit certain number of attacks, which basically counts as a value, once you hit their revenge value, they just attack back no matter what.
Yeah.
And depending on attacks, it could be like it's the power behind it. And in final form, I still don't know the exact limits on some attacks before he retaliates immediately.
And one hit, I'm assuming, kills you?
It's more so as I had no HP and I couldn't have a chance to heal. I thankfully can just get left at like 1 hit point and then heal myself, but it is a hassle to try to heal sometimes. Sometimes it's free, and other times it will hurt me on the inside.
I'm giving this a couple more attempts before I just call it for the night. Unsuccessful, and I grabbed a few items and made 0 progress. Just gonna have to accept that.
Sometimes I need to be quick on the draw here. I'm not doing great.
Oh.
I know I can get at least 3 jumps from that first one. My poor controller's gonna hate me by the end of the day.
Can I check you today? Yeah.
The amount of times I spam square, exit and triangle, this controller's gonna hate me. Ba, 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 da.
I didn't even hit him. I missed both those swings.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd stay away from Donald. My boy! I'm now at the point where Donald is useful, not even because of his cure, but because he's got Comet. And boy oh boy is that limit fun. I should try Luxine, actually, thinking about that. Run away from him! Didn't realize I was already in desperation mode. Jesus Christ. Me not paying attention for real.
Alright, I'm just gonna sell those. I don't need those anymore.
Okay, let's go.
I can get more.
No, I ran into it.
Oh, I didn't roll past him like I thought I would.
Oh god.
Alright, phase 2. The I'm about to die phase.
I know that feeling.
Oh, my health bar. Oh! I almost rolled off the edge.
You know, 8's fine. I'll take 8. Considering that weird start, I'll take 8. 8. Poor Donald is dead. Bless his soul. Come on.
Alright, please be enough money. Yep, golden.
Oh.
Alright, today is the day.
Ooh, I missed that. Oh. Holy health bar.
Nah, missed it. Damn it.
Oh, hey, thanks for the battery pack, Pam. I will be giving that right back to you for the quest where you need a battery pack.
No! I risked it. He was down to a potential 3 hits. It was either a 2 or a 3 hits to kill. I knew I could get 2 hits off before he hit me. I hit him twice. He hit me about a frame or 2 after. He had 1 health left.
Oh, no.
Oh no, you poor bugger. That's the worst, when you know it can be done.
Yeah,
I should have more divine blessings than that. I think I have a bunch of them. Where are they all? Well, the problem is I'm out of embers. Completely.
Why did I do that? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Wow.
Well, that's
I
really
have
dumb of
hidden
me.
things. Awesome. That was really bad then. Drop that. Okay, now I gotta do this with only 12 heals. I can't believe I fucking decided to risk it at that close. I could have just gone for 1 more hit. If I'd done the 1 hit and backed off, I could have gotten it.
No.
And I had some really bad RNG in that fight as well with the boss. The 2 assisting enemies attacking me from the sides while I was fighting the boss. So there was a point where I got hit by the boss at like 2nd attack because he swings like essentially twice every swing.
Yeah.
Rolled back to dodge his like follow-up swing, then got hit by a stage hazard and left on a 1 or 2 health. It happened like at least twice in that fight, and I still... I was out of heals. I was down to only a Sigbrow left, which I only have like a very few of, so I didn't want to waste it if I can get away with it. I should have just chugged it, accepted.
Alright, Let me into the casino.
Wait, it just gets Donald up.
Bye, Sandy. Alright, yeah.
Come on, Donald.
Yeah.
Please,
Now,
buddy.
give me all of the QI coins, or Qui coins, Q coins, whatever they're called.
Queef coins.
No, Donald, you're so close!
Okay, so what I need...
Just so close for you go down.
Oh, Donald!
See, I'm terrified that if I stop streaming and I go off for the night, because it's like nearly 11 p.m. for me, that by the time I log in tomorrow, one of you will have gotten me a new weapon.
Oh, I fucked up completely. Oh, god damn it.
AJ, from
Well,
getting
we're doing this.
from getting a hook shot, how long would it take you to get the bow?
To get the... To what?
From getting a hook shot, how long would it take you to get my bow, do you think?
I could rush it.
Like less than an hour?
Depends on if I need the claw shot to get it.
Okay, because if you need claw
If
shot...
if I need the double hook shot to get it, then it'll be an issue. If I only need the one, I'll go as fast as I can.
Yeah. Because it's like you need the ball and chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I probably won't be an hour. Maybe a bit more. Like an hour and a half.
I'm just thinking, like, if I don't get this tonight and one of y'all gives me a new weapon, then I might just have to, I held down B instead of tapping it. I might just have to have a, like, session I play sometime before next stream where I just grind for, like, soul. I just grind to see which enemies give me what crafting materials.
Ow, I hurt my leg.
You could, if you want us to. We could stop when you stop this week if you need us to, just so
Yeah.
you've got your weapon.
Never gonna make you stop when I stop. You guys can keep playing as long as you want. If I get changed out, that's the whole point of the challenge. Is like I might get screwed over a weapon. I could do this with other weapons. It's just a case of it will take me a while to not be bad at the game enough. If that makes sense. Thank you for a skirt.
Hey, Zorama.
Alright, baby. Now, watch as my heart
That wasn't a weapon,
increases
was it?
in goals. No, it was Orama. Bam!
No, to Darian.
It's okay, you got me a
Bam.
skirt.
All the goals have happened because I have this